All right, hi. It's been like a month since we last did this, right?
Is it really already?
I think.
No, it's been like 3 weeks.
I
It's
have my
been like three
channel
weeks. There's no
open
way. Yeah. It says a
uh
month?
2 weeks ago. Okay.
Okay, we're
Um,
good then. We're sitting pretty.
yeah, May 24th and it's June 12th. Okay. Cool. Now that we're actually recording, do me a favor, just like assuming this won't wake your wife up, clap a few times or snap or something just for syncing up audio.
Ooh.
Cool. Cool. Because yeah, I'm actually doing things professionally now. Maybe I'll become a real YouTuber one day. And I'm doing
All
all these
right.
different channels. Cool. And all right, I think before we start and you ask me your questions, I have a question for you for where we start. Gonna
All right, let's hear it.
we're gonna start a fight in the comments. Who and this is just a
What's
totally
that?
random question. Who is your
Okay.
favorite Sesame Street character or its applicable group of characters?
All right. Sesame Street. I feel like everybody says Elmo, so I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go with Elmo.
No, sorry,
I'm
not Sesame
gonna
Street.
I'm gonna
Muppets.
s-
Muppets. I, I forgot
Oh,
that they
then it's
split
Kermit. That
Muppets.
one's easy.
Kermit. Okay. I think my
Yeah.
answer is obvious if you know me. Statler and Waldorf.
Oh, ho, 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 ho,
Yeah,
ho.
exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Cool. So hi.
That sounds about right.
We just spent like 10 episodes of Final Fantasy VII Remake of me basically simping over I want Cloud to be in a dress.
Yeah, that was exciting to watch just because it's like you kept going back on for and forth on like is it gonna happen? It's like are they gonna do it? Oh, that's disappointing if they don't do it. Oh, I really want them to do it. Oh, I think they're gonna do it. Oh, they're doing it.
But like I think that I also had a point of like I really don't think that this is happening. I think that this is too late for this to be happening.
Yes, yes, you said that. You said that, and you also said oh, I don't think they're gonna do it because of the times.
Yeah.
I can see them not doing it because of how the world that we live in right now. And Square Enix went, nah, fuck that. Fuck the
um
world. We need Cloud in a dress.
Oh, I have already the perfect meme for this.
Am I hitting girl? Yes, he is, and he nailed it. Moving
Yes.
on.
Yes. Like I just love how that was my conflict of like, oh my god, I want to see Femboy Cloud.
Yeah, yeah. And so okay, so since we're jumping right into that, there's some fun extra content. Um, you can actually get 3 dresses for Cloud. You can
Oh.
get 3 dresses for Cloud. You can get 3 dresses for Tifa. You can get 3 dresses for Aerith.
Oh.
They each, depending on what you do in the story,
I'm gonna
determines
guess
what dress you
I'm
get.
gonna guess for Tifa it's how you responded, something exotic, something sporty, something nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So you clicked mature, traditional from the original game, the blue dress.
Yep.
The something sporty, she wears like a very skin tight, almost like a leopard dress, and then she has her hair up, kind of like Princess Leia.
Mm-hmm.
But um, and then the exotic is like what is it that the Japanese wear when they go to like festivals and stuff? I forget what it's called.
Overall, the robe is kimono. I believe the more
Yeah.
informal, like we're going to a festival, but not like super wedding or tea ceremony, is a katawa, I believe.
Okay. So it'd be that, but it's like halved.
Okay.
She has like a feather in her hair. And then for Aerith, you got the her ultimate red dress. because you completed all of her side quests. If you only if you don't do any of the side quests, or you only do like one, you get like this really shitty pink dress that almost looks like a towel. That's kind of funny. There's like they changed like the whole like scene. So you know how it's so extravagant with Johnny with a red carpet and fireworks?
Yeah.
In with the worst dress, there's like rats and pigs like running by, and it's
I love that.
yeah, it's awesome. And then like she says something on the line, like Cloud says, "Well, we tried our best," and Eric goes, "Did you really try your best though?"
Okay, I kind of wish I went and did that. I'm pretty sure we've both seen from how
It's
I'm playing this. I would not have skipped side missions and got that, but
no,
I
yeah,
wish that
yeah,
I'd
no,
got that
no,
ending.
no, and honestly, for me, like the canon, for me, I know they're like when it comes to JRPGs, canon is kind of a weird thing, but for me, the canon is the red dress, the beautiful red dress. Like it kind of just that's
Yeah,
what I think is the actual story going forward. So it's good that you did all the side quests and you got that. And then I think the middle dress is a not as nice, but a pink dress. And I don't remember. It's the we. It's fine. Like I don't
hmm,
remember. And then as for Cloud's is actually very finicky. Cloud's dresses are based on who you talk to in Wall Market or who you don't talk to in Wall Market. So, like for example,
I'm
or what
pretty
you
sure I talked
answer.
to everybody.
Yeah, you talk to everybody, so you got the main black and blue dress, and you
Hmm.
did all the side quests. So like, there's I forget what the actual like. So, anyways, there's the black and blue dress.
Hmm.
There is a just straight black dress,
Hmm.
and then there is like a white dress, a like really gown, like a giant gown white dress, and like he doesn't have the pigtails in that one. Um,
The pigtails to me are
and it's
canon. Like
based,
that is original Final Fantasy
yeah,
VII faithfulness.
yes, it is, yeah. Which you were like, I don't know if I like the pigtails, and I'm like, but Wendy, it was in the original. But then you caught yourself, and it's like, well, to be fair, they are in the original. So I was like, there you go, Wendy. I'm talking to myself, talking to you on the. Damn it, I said your name right now, 15 seconds ago. So you might want to write
Yeah,
that down.
already writing it down. And I also have it so that way if
Okay.
my computer crashes, I don't have to watch everything again.
Yes, that's a good point. Just to let you know, I lost you on my side. I don't know if you're still on, if you're still there, then it's not a big
Oh,
deal. But
yeah.
I don't see you anymore.
I don't know why it's doing this. Um, Jesus Christ. What is you doing? God damn it, this is annoying. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. Yeah, I was just checking my internet speed. My internet should be fine right now.
Okay.
I was just making sure it wasn't on my side.
Oh, you know what? If that's what I'm doing, um, yeah, because I'm wanting to have this as part of. God damn it. OBS, what is you doing?
OBS, knock it off.
There we go. Okay. Oh, Discord just turned off the camera. That's what happened. Okay. Um.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty.
So yeah. I did make that point. The I really like all that in that system for the different dresses. The one comment that I would have is in original '97 version. I remember
Mm,
like Cloud going and doing basically all the side quests that I did in remake are what made Cloud prettier and selected by Don Corneo.
that's
And
part of it too.
so like having the side missions be what determines clouds to me makes more sense. But also the like putting in the effort. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not going to disagree with Square Enix on that.
You're like, I changed my mind. No, it's with Cloud's dresses specifically, it's like it's depending on so there's a couple of facets that go. It's based off of like how you answer Sam when you describe Tifa.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you talk to the hotel guy outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you pay which massage you pay for. Um, all these will determine which side quest you get
Okay,
after
gotcha.
once Aerith is turning on her dress, and then based on that you get which it'll
Okay,
be like which dress. Like it's like
okay,
a multitude of things. It's pretty cool actually.
that
It
is
was
pretty
one of the
cool.
harder trophies to get. Yeah.
Did I get that trophy then? Just totally on accident? No, you don't
You
get to
got
see what
the
trophies.
black and blue.
Yeah,
What?
it doesn't record when I get trophies. It doesn't record that overlay, so you
Oh,
don't see.
but you are popping trophies. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Quick note. My thumb is okay. The joint hurts, and if I like do specific things with it, so that's why I have this on. Um,
Oh, dude. Okay.
yeah, but it's not broken or anything. Just before it comes up. Um, but one thing that I love about Cloud's dress is like that styling. Like the emo girls that were in my friend group 16 years ago absolutely would have worn that, trying to look like the lead singer from Evanescence, and I'm here for it.
Right. That's absolutely.
We need an
Am I
emo
able to
resurgence.
share my screen?
Yes, you can.
Will it? Oh, I it. All right. So I want to pull up Cloud's dresses just for you to get like Cloud's dresses. All right. Cool. Right here. And let's make it big.
I have them pulled up.
Your end.
Say
Then,
again?
um, I said you can just look at it at your end. Then I have them here too, but if you already have them up, then.
Yeah. Okay, so that left one is super fucking basic. Um, Whoopsie. You are muted right now, I think.
Oh, you know why? Every time I swipe over out of Discord, it mutes me.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That left one is super basic though. The middle one, yeah, yeah. The hair's
It's
not
okay.
shit. Yeah.
It's really the black and blue dress that really is
Yeah.
like that looks good.
Like
it's,
with a
it's like
fucking
I'm
corset
glad
too.
yeah. So you got so I think on my first playthrough I got black and blue dress. I got Aerith's red dress,
Mhm.
and I picked exotic for Tifa
Everyone does.
because everyone does initially. But I wish I would have picked the mature dress because I like that one the most. Um, but yeah. So far it's like we're pretty spot on with everything.
Yeah. Um, okay, so since we're on this, I have something else more general that I lead into this. But watching me go through all that struggle to get the dance perfect, was that even worth it? While did I get anything out of it?
You get a trophy, I believe.
Okay, so I did get the trophy the first time, and I missed two.
Yeah, you got the you missed. So I think if you get almost perfect, like if you only miss three, you get a trophy. So other than that, you don't get shit. But it was funny watching you.
And that kind of leads into making it funny to watch. Like I heavily
Yeah,
edited that down.
it was fun.
I skipped a lot of times, but like me going in and doing that now and actually pretending to be a real YouTuber, despite the fact that I'm fucking not. Um,
Right.
I did that in my original gameplay, and I thought it was hilarious when I was farming for the limits. And then I died.
Yeah. You
Um,
finally died. You finally died. I cannot believe it finally happened.
yes.
I did not think the little red flames would be the ones that get you.
Yeah. I have a confession to make.
that?
I've beat chapter 10. I beat it last night and just have not had the energy to edit and upload. But
You little bastard. Okay, well we can tell. Okay, the only thing I really want to know about Chapter 10 right now, we
mhm.
we can talk about that more after we get the rest of. But I want to know, who did you pick? So right when you start Chapter 10, you have the choice to go to unconscious Tifa or
Okay,
unconscious Aerith. Who did you go to?
I can speak on this because the reason why I brought up chapter 10 is that boss killed me. And to me, in my head, that's the first real death.
Yeah, I agree with that. Colosseums don't count.
Yeah,
Summons don't count.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
otherwise,
because
that
I
chocobo
died from
fucked you up
summons
like four
before I
times.
died in the Colosseum.
Yeah, you died from Shifa, and then I think the fat chocobo got you like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
That
so,
bastard. That fat little bird.
yeah, I struggled with that one. Um,
No, it's yeah, he's
but
tough. He's tough. He's tough until you figure him out, and then he's probably the easiest summon to beat. But
yeah,
initially, he's hard as shit because he has so much health.
yeah. Yeah, so I died to the sewer monster. I as soon as I respawned, I put fire materia on Cloud and
Abzul.
Aerith with synergy for Cloud,
Yeah.
and like I kicked his fucking ass. It was a 7-minute boss
So
battle where the first time was
it,
20.
it's funny you mentioned synergy. So synergy actually got updated in the new PS5 and PC version. Originally, it was kind of worthless.
Hmm.
They've made it now because before it used to use your ATBs. It used to use your ATBs and your magic. So most people wouldn't equip it because ATB is precious.
Yeah,
And you don't want a computer using your ATB.
yeah,
You want to be the one, you want to be in control of that.
yeah.
So it was pretty useless. They got rid of that in the PS5 version and the PC version to where it not only does not affect your magic, it doesn't cost ATP. So now it's like super OP.
Yeah, that is. If it did the mana cost, I think that'd be balanced.
Yeah.
Um, but so to answer your question, the first time we fell down, I approached it having just played Final Fantasy VII Original '97, thinking, "Oh, talk to both these girls and then boss spawns." Because like I fall
Mhm.
down and then I look back and I see this giant hole. I'm like, the giant fucking boss comes out there.
Yes.
Final Fantasy VII Original, by the way, bosses are easy as shit. I don't know how I struggled with this game as a child. I was a dumbass.
They are comically easy. And granted, we have many, many years
Yeah,
of gameplay knowledge
yeah,
and just
exactly.
so it's things are harder than when we were kids. Everything is harder,
Yes, but like
easier than
I beat the airbuster in a single move, basically.
one hit. You switched to Cloud and did the limit break, and he just so happened to turn his back to you,
Yeah.
and you just murdered him. That was really cool. That was actually, I was like, oh snap.
Yeah. Which is why I died in the original as compared to remake first because I just got
Yeah.
cocky. Anyways, to answer your question,
Yeah.
I originally went up to Era thinking that I'm going to talk to both these girls. Did not know that that immediately spawns the boss. But when I died and went back in, I went and talked to Tifa to be like, okay, what am I missing? And actually, I prefer the cutscene with Tifa overall,
I do too.
and the
I do
exposition that it
too.
does
I
and character development.
get the first hint of jealousy
Yeah,
from Tifa in that scene, and where it's like, if you don't know anything about Final Fantasy VII, you could go into the beginning thinking, oh, well, maybe Tifa is just a really good friend, but then that's
yeah,
like the first scene where you're like, oh no, she has feelings for him.
yeah. And I'm real curious to see how that plays in with Zack.
So who did you so continuing on, who did you end with? Did you end with the Aerith scene or did you end with the Tifa scene?
At the end of chapter 10.
Yeah, because you said you did it twice. So did you
Oh,
continue
oh,
your
I see what
playthrough
you mean
with
by
the
end.
Aerith? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, the first one where I died was Aerith. The second one where I won was Tifa.
And then you continue on. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, they're both great scenes, and yeah, they're both
yeah.
great. And um, yeah, totally normal to because you saved, right? I'm guessing you saved and
Yeah,
then you were able to see both. That's a
yeah,
yeah, good idea.
yeah. It was on. It wasn't even a
Um,
save. It was retry from last battle or something like that, where it just respawns you. I mean, that's exactly
okay,
where my save point was because, you know, it literally my save when I started playing last night was load into this, go into everything. So it doesn't make too much of a difference.
right.
Um,
So when do I get my chapter 10 videos?
Wendy.
I'm just damn it. Sorry. 10 seconds ago. At least I'm catching myself this time. I was in the first video. I didn't even catch myself.
uh, I'm totally gonna be editing in Windy terribly for all of these, by the way.
Please do, please do, please do.
It's-
Windy. Here, no, let's. Here, I'm gonna give you some sound bites. I'm gonna give you some sound bites right now. So you got windy, and you got
Wendy.
you got windy.
I need a super like James Earl Jones voice for this.
Okay. Windy. Damn, that was terrible. Windy. That's the best I can. That's the best I can do. My voice does not get very low. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what can you do?
I hate mine, and I have to listen to it all the damn time
I'm
because I
not.
do this now.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Um,
So okay, so since we were just kind of talking about chapter 10 and we were talking about Abzul the boss, let's get into who has been your favorite boss so far. Because now at this point, you have fought the Scorpion, Crab, the ghosts, um,
hold on,
the
Scorpion Crab.
Airbuster,
Is
got
Scorpion Crab?
Scorpion. Scorpion, no, Scorpion is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Mach
yeah,
1
yeah.
reactor.
What's the crab?
Crab is Crab is in after the train station area. You fight that machine in like
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
railways.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then you have the Whis. Oh no, then you have Roche. You have
Roche.
Roche as well. I forgot about. How could I ever forget about Roche?
Yeah.
You have Roche. You have the ghosts. You have Airbuster. You have Hell House, and then now you have Abzul. So you've done 7 bosses so far. What is your favorite boss?
Um. They were all fun. The fun ones to me, like most fun, were Crab, Airbuster, and Hell
Yeah,
House. Um,
yeah,
Gameplay wise, and I think in my specific individual case, like the way that I did Hell House and like it was super fucking tactical, and I don't think it's still fully quick for me the battle system yet, but I'm starting to get it more and more, and like I'm
yeah.
managing things better. In that respect, Hell House is a lot of fun. A really
Yeah.
long battle for me.
First time you fight Hell House, it's always it's really long.
Yeah.
Don't even be
Oh,
discouraged by that
I'm
because that's
gonna
the.
I'm gonna
Go
throw in
ahead.
there one that you forgot. At the Angel Lady Sector 5 hideout.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't know. I consider that more of a mini boss, but you know who I did forget is I forgot Reno and Rude. I did forget
Oh
them.
yeah, oh yeah. Reno was a lot of fun too. I kept laughing at
Reno
it
was a fun.
too because like there was that moment where both Reno and I are like incapacitated and it's look at these two fucking dumbasses trying to beat each other senseless.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that part. I um you didn't there is one point in that fight. It's such a little thing, but it's such a nice touch.
Yeah.
If you happen to like roll into Aerith's flowers, or if you like
Yeah,
walk on her
yeah.
flowers,
Or if you get close to
she
her.
starts screaming at
Yeah,
you.
if you get close to her,
Yes,
she does
she
it.
starts
Please stay
screaming.
away from the flowers.
Yeah, yes, yes. She's like, "Hey, get out the flowers!" It's a nice touch.
Yes, it is. Um, yeah. I don't know. Part of me is thinking Airbuster, but like it's hard to divorce. Did I like Airbuster or did I like the story at that point and like how
Yeah,
faithful it was? Um, Hell House was a lot of fun, but like the whole Coliseum was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Abzu.
That was one of my favorite. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Abzu was. It was all right. The second time I beat him using the summons was a big thing. Oh, the summon bosses too. I had fun with. Let's see, who are the summon bosses? Shiva, Fat Chocobo. I know there's a middle one.
You've only fought 2 so far, I think.
I thought there was a lightning
Right?
summon.
No.
No. I see. No, I had more summoning materia than I fought, so I was confusing myself. Shiva was fun too. Fat Chocobo pissed me off.
Yeah, it did. That was the one that I were like, I don't even what?
Yeah, like
How do I beat it?
yeah, because it just fucking drops, and I think the whole arena does like 1,000 damage, and I was just looking at it like, what the fuck do I do?
Oh, Wendy.
Oh,
Damn
name.
it. Oh, Wendy.
Okay.
Um, I have to say that. Okay.
You want to say what?
Okay. I was gonna say that one of my favorite moments watching you in these last several videos was definitely your reaction to Hell House, because so watching you play the original
Mm-hmm.
and you fighting, like you hadn't gotten to like the spawning of the house yet,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, I wonder if we fight the house in the new one. And I was just like,
Yeah.
and then
so like the thing that I was
fought.
thinking too was, how the fuck can this be canon in like a more serious, modernized, just looks realistic game?
Yeah. And I just love them so much for just going for it. And so like, yeah, this stupid offhand random NPC house looking motherfucker. Yeah, we're gonna make a big stadium spectacle boss battle out of it.
Like, so that enemy of all like the throwaway random encounter enemies from 97 is the one that has stuck with me. Like there are some
It stuck
boss
with
battles I
everybody.
don't remember.
Like I've watched several podcasts on this game, and one that comes to mind is from the MinMax guys. They're the ones who came up with the Roche.
Mhm.
But they are diehard Final Fantasy VII fans.
Mhm.
And so when Hell House popped up, they all lost their shit. They were like, "Are you kidding me?" So it was cool to see that same reaction
Yeah.
from you. We're like, what the hell? Like, no way.
I think overall, thinking about it, I'm gonna throw Hell House as my favorite boss, just because the changing weakness mechanic. I think
That
that's
was
really cool.
yeah, it was very cool. And it's
Um,
not yeah, go ahead.
it's not something that I stayed up on during the fight. I kept trying to. That's why I kept using assess so much. If I like,
Yes.
if I get good, good spelled GUD, then like I I I won't have to do that, and I'll just be more intuitive on doing it. But yeah.
I have a tip for you because I keep forgetting to tell you this.
Hmm.
Or I guess I've been waiting to tell you this on the podcast. Once you use assess once, you don't have to use it again. You can, I think for you it's like F11 or F12. You can bring it up again, and it'll automatically show everything.
Shit, that's good advice. I wish that was intuitive.
Yeah, and yes, I know, right? Well, it did tell you in the game,
Mhm.
but it's very early on, and it's only once again,
It's a
it's just,
throwaway.
it comes down to how do we make tutorials better, because it's one little line of
Yeah, yeah,
out of a paragraph. But yeah, it's like F11 or F12 for you. It'll bring up, and then you can like go through everything.
yeah.
It comes in handy that way. You don't have to use that precious ATB.
Yes. Um, okay, so I'm about to lead into more general things, but like, so I stopped playing remake to go play original, and I'm peppering original in now, with remake in like that consolidated playlist. Uh, Specific point than overall general. The line I threw in while playing 97 that quote, I don't know if they changed the Steam version to align with remake or if remake is that faithful. Did you notice me saying that?
I did, and I went, remake is that faithful.
Okay, because
They
goddamn,
yeah.
that is so cool to me. Um,
Yeah, the Steam and PS4 version of original 97, they used the Japanese version. They've just switched over to or no, I'm sorry, they used the original US version. That's why Aerith is called Aerith in that, because that's how it was in the original US version. It was a translation error.
hmm.
Yeah.
I could see how that would happen. Kind of.
Yeah, it was a translation error, but they kept it in because because people are crazy sometimes.
I mean, that throws in. It happened. It's happened like 2 or 3 times total in my remake playthrough. That I'll just be looking at a Japanese sign and I'll say what the Japanese said. Have you noticed me doing that?
Yeah, I have. I'm pretty not the word jealous, but I'm impressed. I'm like, because I wish I could do that. I wish I could see something and be like, oh, that means that. So like, good
Yeah.
on you, dude.
Yeah, I think what was it? What's it called? Um, Soba. I recognized the Soba shop in Walmart.
Yes, you did. Yes.
But then, okay,
Yes.
going back to my original thing, just me peppering in 97 with the original. I'm going to be playing a lot, or 97 with remake. I'm going to be playing a lot more remake than 97 because I've got like, what episode am I on? I've got like 30 hours of remake done and 4 hours of original.
Not only that, but like, depending like where you are on original and remake too is like, so you finished original, if I remember correctly, right after the plate goes down, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then in remake, you completed chapter 10.
Yes, I did. I'm out of the sewers
So,
now.
so I don't think it's a spoiler for me to say you're a little over halfway done with remake.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to guess that
So
remake
you still get
takes me out of Midgar. I'm going to say remake is probably
maybe,
the entirety of disc 1.
which was Midgar, right?
And a little bit further.
Right. Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it takes you all the way to
We
Cosmos
don't know.
Canyon, if I remember right. But
Tune in, folks. We will see.
I mean, okay. Also, like, this is not spoilery at all. The promotional material for Final Fantasy VII Remake shows Red 13.
Yeah, I was really annoyed with that when you saw that.
Yeah.
I was really fucking annoyed with that.
But I mean,
I was
you
like,
meet
okay,
Red
I
13 in
understand.
Shinra, so like,
Yeah, I
being at the
know,
point
but
where I'm
like,
at now, it'd be pretty obvious to me that okay, I'm going to meet Red 13.
yeah, it's not technically a spoiler. It's just I wish you would have saw him in game instead of on a fucking promotional thing. That was just my thought process on it. But yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So I have a couple general points that I wanted to talk, and I know you have specific questions. One thing that just like
Questions.
one thing that I'm
Questions.
wanting to expand on, and we mentioned this over text, and I thought it was really interesting. So you said you play video games like you're playing a movie, basically.
Yes. So when and traditionally when I say that I mean third person action adventure story driven games. I play it as if the character is a real person and how they would move, how they would where they would stand, how they would face somebody. That's just how, like, because I like to be entrenched in it. Like I like the full cinematic. Like that's my thing. So it was discombobulating, I guess, seeing you, kind of run around like a rabbit. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? But it's cool. But
Hold on, hold on.
again,
No, 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 no.
it's
We're
cool
talking
because
games.
there's
I'm not running around like a rabbit. I'm running around like a rabid.
yes, like a rabbit. There you go. Yeah, and it's cool to see because there's no wrong way to play video games, obviously. So it's a nice it's different enough from how I play so that it feels a little refreshing too. So
Yeah.
it's fine with me. Yeah.
Like I made the comment a couple times that I'm pretty damn sure I'm going to find every music disc unless there's some that I've already skipped by the time I beat remake.
I think you've been pretty thorough so far. I
Yeah.
think.
And
I
like
don't
that
think you
my running joke that's no longer funny of these boxes are evil, they must die. Like
No, it's still funny.
but like that is I have been playing video games since 97 original. And like you can see that
Yeah.
I'm doing that same rabid like check everything, don't leave any stone unturned type stuff. And like it's funny you mentioned that cuz how I mentioned that I was a dumbass when I played games. Like when I was a kid and I was playing the third greatest Zelda of all time, Ocarina, like I was playing it a lot like you, kind of. But are you laughing because you know what the first greatest Zelda game is?
Yes, of course. You know, our I'm just waiting for us to change this podcast name to Hyrule Warrior Champions.
Oh,
The third greatest Legend of Zelda game.
but like,
Now that's
when
a
I played
callback, ladies and gentlemen.
when I played Ocarina, I never beat Ocarina until I was an adult and had it on the 3DS because fucking
Isn't that
Link
game
had
hard as shit,
no, no, no,
especially
no,
for
no, no, no,
kids?
no, because Link had to go save Hyrule, and I wanted to go fishing, or I wanted to just run around Hyrule Field and kill things and do that. So like a lot of what you're talking about of like putting yourself in that situation, basically, like matured isn't the right word. I've grown out of that phase in gaming to I'm trying, even though I'm loving this game, and to me min-maxing is tiring. Um,
Yeah.
I'm still like, while I'm not actively doing it, I'm passively doing it with I'm not leaving any stone unturned. I'm covering every base. I want to experience everything this game has to offer.
Well,
And
and I was gonna kind of like while you were talking right now, it kind of made me realize like how you're kind of playing the game is very similar to how most people played the original. Me too. When I
hmm
played the original, I was running around all over the place with Cloud
hmm
because that's just how the game
yeah,
kind of is designed. It's designed for you to do it that way.
yeah,
So it's kind of like maybe subconsciously one of the reasons besides you wanting to see everything, like that's
hmm
your Final Fantasy VII is, so that's what like speaks to you kind of,
yeah. And like, I think just general different gameplay styles, and this is not to disparage you at all. I'm a completionist. You're not. The specific example I have in my head is back when
You say that, but only one of us has completed Final Fantasy VII Remake, sir.
okay, but I have a specific example that's counter to that narrative.
Okay,
Uh,
fair enough.
Back when you lived with us. Cat, please stop.
Is he horny? Or
She,
is it's he, right?
she,
She, I'm sorry.
it's my
Is she
girl cat.
horny?
Yes. The vet was closed for. Excuse me. The vet was
Again?
for a holiday when I had time off.
Oh.
It's not that I was medically down for it would be the sixth time this year. 2022 has been a hell of a
Yeah.
year. But just the vet was closed for a holiday. So next weekend.
Gotcha, okay.
But
Next weekend.
what was I saying? Oh yes, back when you lived in our house, when I was playing through Assassin's Creed 1, I collected every single Eagle's Nest or Leap of Faith. I collected every single piece of intel. I completed. I remember the way they presented it was the DNA memory strain. I got every single one, and I remember one of my missions. You played, and you got the two that were required, and fucking killed that dude.
Wait, I did what?
You jumped on my in Assassin's Creed 1. Like you played my save and
Yes.
you did one of the missions, and like you did not do my style of get every DNA memory thing. Get the two that are needed for the game to unlock the next step, and then you unlock the next step. Like I think that's just a difference in our play styles. And I know you've always gamed
Well,
for a while, but I think it's
yeah.
just the way that we've grown differently with games as an expression of
And
yeah.
and I want to kind of touch on that. I like you're right. I don't all my games I don't complete them all. Because just for me that's not so much the enjoyment that I get out of the game. However, when there is a game that speaks to me where I don't want to leave that world, I will
Okay.
complete that game. So FF7 remake, Last of Us Part 2, I just platinumed, so that's completed. Horizon Forbidden West, that was my platinum this year so far.
Did you
So if there's
platinum
a
Hero
game,
Mode Horizon Zero Dawn?
I did not platinum the original Horizon
No, not
because
just platinum the original. Platinum Hero Mode, New Game Plus.
no, I did.
I know
No,
some
I did
people
not.
who
No, I
did
did not.
that.
That shit is hard as hell.
Beat the game twice fully.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's great. Jesus, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are some like I did it with Spider-Man, um,
hmm
Death Stranding. So it just completing a game is for me when I just don't want to leave that world. I just
You
don't
can't
want
put
to
it
put it
down.
down. I don't want to leave. I can't put it down. I don't want to leave these characters. And here I am 2 years later, still playing FF7 remake because I don't want to put it down. So I play it once or twice a year at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, this sounds like me with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I watch it at least once a year. Not this year though, because
sure.
fucking
Yeah,
Netflix took it off.
that sucks.
Yeah. Yar. Whenever that comes. But yeah.
Is it on Crunchyroll now then?
We'll see. I haven't looked into it, but I've been a bit busy with
Gotcha.
playing a video game.
Yeah.
Um, so okay, the one other general point that I was wanting to talk about. Um, so there are several points I can like look at in my gameplay and say this is when this happened. But the line that I made of one, this isn't like I'm playing the same game again. This is like I'm playing the same game again for the first time. And two,
My favorite line.
yeah, two, these characters are real to me. These are more real to me than Arthur Morgan.
Yes.
Which is not at all to disparage Rockstar and their team. They wrote a fan-fucking-tastic story. Have some goddamn faith, Arthur.
Oh yeah.
Tahiti.
I have a plan.
Goddamn. I'm in love.
Shout out to Dutch.
Yo. Micah's voice actor apparently got death threats.
Really?
It's the internet.
Man, you gamers suck, man.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah. But
I
like,
have nice things.
so what I'm wanting to touch on specifically though is like, to me, there's a lot of thought that goes into one of those lines about them being real that like I just think is missing context. Like, to me, that is what is real. It's a contested state on the West Bank. But what actually, like, what characters, what in media is real, what actually exists? Like, because if you want to get, like, super into, like, purist about it, you and I interacting right now over this webcam right there and these three screens and talking about this, like people who are purists about that would say that this isn't a real interaction, which I wholeheartedly reject and denounce that mindset.
Yeah,
Um,
it's ridiculous.
yeah. And like in the same vein, long distance relationships are real. Internet friends you never even talk to by voice are real. And so like
Yeah,
pre-programmed, pre-scripted characters as experienced for the first time, how are they different?
yeah,
I mean, you know that they're going to say what game designers made them say, but you don't know what game designers made them say until you experience it. And so, like in
that's
that
right.
respect, book characters to me, growing up, Harry Potter was real. I was able to differentiate it from as fiction. Same with this as fiction, but there's a level of reality that it transcends into consciousness, my own by way of
Yeah,
my own consciousness, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like these characters, this experience, getting able to do all this, Squeenix allowing me to feel the things I'm feeling are so goddamn real, and that's what I was trying to
yeah.
convey
You
in
can't,
that
you
emotional
can't.
moment where my mic was turned off.
Yeah, yeah. You can't put, um, you can't put somebody down, um, on based on just how real they feel. Just emotion is such a excuse me. Oh, I had a tickle.
Don't tell me what to do.
Emotion. Apologies. No, what I was getting at is that you. God damn it. I don't even know what my point was anymore. I was basically like,
Emotion.
yeah, but anybody who scoffs at the idea of being emotionally attached to these characters, um and
Hmm.
that's not like, why do you care about these characters that are not real? It's like, no, they are real to me. Like real to me doesn't mean if they're alive or if they're in front of me. It's like
Hmm.
how I feel about them,
Yeah.
how attached I am to them. That's reality. It's
Hmm.
what you invest your time
Yeah.
and passion and love and emotion into.
Yeah,
Like
and I mean,
it doesn't matter.
to more pragmatically talk about it, I really enjoy watching Markiplier, Chilled Chaos. I really haven't watched that much gaming. Let's Game It Out. Gray Still Plays. The Spiffing Brit. I'm never going to meet these individuals. And like that gets in, I could devolve into parasocialism or parasocial relationships and how terrible that is. I'm going to call that a different conversation. But like, I'm never going to interact with him, never going to meet him. Why should then they be elevated above something that I actually really love? Just as long as, I
Yeah.
don't get a body pillow and like plaster my
Yeah,
wounds.
with that idea, it's like, if you know then nothing is real unless it's right in front of you. When that sounds like a really sad and pathetic life to me.
Nothing is real.
If you
Everything
can't,
is
if
permitted.
everything is permitted. That's right. um um
Oh,
but yeah,
oh,
no, I
I mean,
totally.
it might be, but do still know at least one thing is real.
Here we go.
Hyrule
Go ahead, say
Warriors.
it. Oh yeah. Okay, I thought you were gonna go somewhere else. Hyrule
Oh,
Warriors is the number one fucking game of all
were you about
time.
to say
All
that?
time.
Were you thinking that I was about to say that Kingdom Hearts is canon in Final Fantasy VII?
Yes. Yep. Yes. Yep. Yep. That's exactly where I thought you were going. We know one thing to be true. Kingdom Hearts is canon. Kingdom Hearts is canon. Is canon.
Kingdom Hearts is canon. We know one thing to be true. Kingdom Hearts is canon.
And now you have a sound bite of me saying it forever.
Oh
So
yes,
there you
that's
go.
my new
I
intro.
I, I hope you're happy.
That's gonna be my new intro.
Context matters, people. Context fucking matters.
Yeah, no, it's already written down. Hold on, hold
Damn
on.
it. Yeah. Flipping it, getting it ready.
There we go.
I'm so glad you took time to make this. Is that
Um,
really their? Is that's their like what that actually looks like right now? Their
yeah, it is.
thumbnail. Okay.
When I
Mm.
actually go search for their company on Facebook, that's what it has. But then when I click it, it goes to my local country that I'm in right now. It was
Oh,
super
funny.
annoying trying to get it. Um,
That's
um,
funny.
but yeah, I had a lot of fun making this in like the 3 minutes it took.
Right.
Um, that's gonna be my intro. Ooh, chapter 10. That's gonna be my start. Thank you, because I haven't edited those yet.
Honestly, no, never mind. I won't say that. Never mind. No, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that.
All right, all right. So now, looking at it, okay. The last podcast happened immediately after I fought Roche.
Yeah, we have chapters 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
And 10.
and so next time we're not I already know where I'm gonna cut you off on the next one. It's not gonna
Okay.
be no 6 chapters.
Okay. Um, do you wanna? No. Okay. I was thinking save the Aerith reunion for the very end. Let's not talk about it.
That's fine.
But
We can
I can no. I that's probably going to be referenced here, there, and every which way till Sunday. So like
Yeah.
saving it as a grand finale will just lose its luster. Let's start there.
I
What you
think
got for
so.
me?
Just yeah, I was gonna with Aerith?
In general, because like
Okay.
I cried.
Yeah, okay, fine. Let's just jump into I believe that is chapter 8, right? Um how did you like so obviously anybody that watched your video saw just how emotionally gut punching that was for you. You
Hmm.
were feeling a whole lot of things
Hmm.
because of just re experiencing this emotion of her for the first time, but then also re experiencing the pain of what's to come.
Hmm.
So just kind of just go through it a little bit.
I mean, I think while I was recording, and doing my dialogue with Aerith, I came up with the title, and it is just such a perfect fit. Quote, no question about it, I am ready to hurt again, which is an Office
Yes,
reference.
yes.
And then, yeah, a few episodes later, remake part 27, flowers are beautiful,
I
and
can't
then they
believe we're.
wilt.
And then they wilt.
Yes.
Actually, I like that. I like that one a lot. Actually,
Yeah,
that
because I was
title.
talking about her flowers. Um,
Well, let's. How do you feel about Era so far? The voice actress, the look of her, how she plays. Because now you in this chapter you got to play as her for the first time. Like,
um,
what do you think?
single word answer: adorable. Like just
Adorable.
everything about her.
Which you said a lot. A lot. You said she's so adorable, she's so cute. I would like next time I could probably still do it. I could probably rewatch them and
Yeah,
like kind of pick how many times you said it, but it was a lot.
yeah, yeah. Going back to though that first like 20-minute sequence. Um, for getting that emotional gut punch in a game design sense, it's weirdly paced in that as someone who's played it, oh hey, you're going to spawn in this church and you're going to know what's coming up, and we're doing this really cool transition with Cloud and Sephiroth and all this, and you're not it's not your turn to die yet, and blah 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 blah. And then, oh hey, forget about everything that just happened and what you're expecting. Go ahead and fight these dudes. And then go and have this exposition into the ghosts and how they're interfering and trying to keep everything right, basically. Um, and then, like, it made me forget about all that in a way that built up the
Yeah.
tension, and I wasn't aware that that tension was building up. So that way there could be more water behind the floodgates.
Yes.
Um, like going back to the real comment. I think I said this to you in DMs that like it's never happened in a game before that I've stopped my gameplay to banter like I would banter in real life. When I stopped and said, "Oh, aren't you leading, Missy?"
Yes, I was okay, so that's actually where I was gonna go next. That like so we just talked about like 10, 15 minutes ago about how different we play games.
Hmm.
That was the first time I saw you go my route, the whole
Yeah,
cinematic, like you were
yeah,
walking beside her, you stopped to face her many times, you let her go in front of you, like it was like,
hmm,
oh my goodness, he's
yeah.
fully immersed right now.
They,
Oh, I'm sorry, yes,
yeah,
they.
yeah. No worries. And
Get that
again, I
down.
am not at all upset with you whenever I correct you. Um,
Okay.
um, yeah, like that, and it stood out to me, and like I think honestly, just this game for that sequence reached into my chest and just like hand pumped my now dead trust issue with gaming heart to get that to go and happen because like that was I totally left that gamer completionist push button get push button get cookie mentality because
Yeah.
I was just having fun with it and immersed with it. And one thing from that sequence, I think I mentioned this during my gameplay, but I think that my mic wasn't recording at the time. One thing that I just loved from it was Aerith saying something like, "I'm not some damsel in distress who needs rescuing," and then the ladder breaks and she
Yeah.
just instantly shit.
That was that is the moment kind of fell in love with her.
Like she's
I was
spellbound.
I was like I would yeah, exactly. I was like, "Oh my God." Like,
Hmm.
oh, I have a question for you. So how does this Aerith compare to Aerith from 97?
Um, this Aerith is designed in mind that I know I'm going to hurt, and so they want to make me hurt.
Okay.
So they're playing into that.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, in fucking what episode number was it? Yeah, episode 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Like,
when you first meet her in the city.
yeah, I was just like, I had my funny haha flip out, you're gonna fucking die moment, and like, I know that. I very clearly know that. And like
And
no
it
doubt about
doesn't
it, I'm ready
matter
to hurt
because
again.
yeah, it doesn't matter because like yeah, they're taking it into account that yeah, she's gonna die, but we're gonna make her. We're gonna make you love her anyways, and
Yeah.
feel all those things all over again.
Yeah.
Because this character is incredible, and this character is fun and
Yeah.
alive, and
Um
yeah,
and like overall another difference too is like one, she's voiced, but two, like she's not on a PlayStation 1 game, so she's like a fully fleshed out character. And so like now that I'm going back and re-experiencing it and like I see the seeds of what's there and what they were going for, but they couldn't fully go into that. Like she's just
right.
a bunch of squares and triangles. And so this
There's
one, like
only so
this whole
there's
game,
only so much pregnant pause. There's only so much emotion
yeah,
that you can that you can pull from just subtitles and dialogue.
yeah,
I'm sorry, from subtitles. You
yeah,
know, they're able to do more now. Which is, it should be more emotional because they
Yeah.
can do more now.
I think I threw in the line there and somewhere in my gameplay that like this game is the game they would have made in 97 if you ignore the fact that this is building off of the 97 game.
Yeah. Totally agree. It's definitely their original vision.
Yeah. And then speaking of Aerith, I'm glad that I finally understand what folding chairs mean.
Yeah, it took a long. I just barely saw your reaction to that on Friday.
Yeah.
'Cause that happened for you. That happened for you a week ago,
Yeah.
but I finally saw it on Friday. Um, so was it worth it?
It's funny.
Isn't it funny? Yeah.
Yeah, and someone incorporating that into a cosplay is like really nice touch. But like, I mean, emotional gut
It's
punches with Aerith though. Like, I think I stood right outside that playground for like a good 5 minutes talking and getting emotional, and even just re-recording and just being there and like not in the gameplay, not experiencing it for the first time. I fell back into that same mindset of I'm just talking about this and my emotions are coming out. And like that's all
the
Aerith.
playground video and then the rooftop video are my absolute favorite videos from you.
I'm not surprised.
Like all bullshit motorcycle stuff aside, those touched me. Like they emotionally
Yeah.
gut punch hit me. So like how we were talking and just how important and strong emotion can be. It's there was no way those weren't going to be my favorite videos. I watched them a couple times actually.
Yeah.
They're special.
Yeah, they are. This is a
Yeah,
special game.
it is.
Um,
It is so great.
but yeah, I mean,
And you're only halfway done.
I absolutely love Aerith. And before we transition to another thing, I might have just done a spoiler on myself.
What is that? How
So,
did you do that?
so this is all from my channel, but the
Yeah.
character in this thumbnail looks like the honeybee owner.
This is from part 8.
That's going to be
Uh,
in Sector 7
this
slums.
on Andreas?
Yeah, Andrea Rodea.
No, that is not Andreas.
Okay.
That is not Andrea Rodea.
Okay, why did they like
No.
go through the effort of hiding his face?
I don't know. Yeah, they really. So like when I played it for the first time, I thought the same thing as you. I was like, oh, this is somebody. This
Yeah.
is this is, and then now knowing everything I like know now, and I was like, there is no point of doing that. That's a new character. It's a brand new character. There was no
Yeah.
um
And then okay, so still on Aerith before we finally get into your questions.
yeah.
An hour and 4 minutes.
Oh wait, I do want to
Oh.
I do want to touch on your question. My only thought on why they did that is maybe to kind of play with the original fans who were like yourself, were like, are we not
I was
getting
about to
are we
make
not
this
getting the
point.
cloud dress?
Yeah, because they
Oh, I'm
gave some
sorry.
kind of cement that like, oh well,
Yes.
something else is happening. Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yes.
I think you're
Okay.
right
So
on
okay.
that. It's
Yeah.
kind of dumb.
It's kind of dumb, but not everything. That's kind of the charm of Final Fantasy VII. Is like there's some real great serious moments, and there's some really goofy, cheesy, dumb shit
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
fun.
I mean,
It's fun.
let's see, looking
Like
at
the whole
I'm gonna
the whole dance number is completely ridiculous, but it's so much fun.
How does Cloud have these moves?
No fucking idea. No fucking idea. But
Yeah.
man, the man can dance.
um, yeah. To what you're saying, that sometimes it's just ridiculous. Like from my Final Fantasy VII 97 playthrough, quote, Final Fantasy VII 97 Part 10. Yeah, these are realistic story beats.
Right. So, like how I kind of exactly how I kind of classify Final Fantasy VII is it is a goofy game with some some incredibly serious and painful moments.
Yeah.
And I like that remake, and it stays true to that for the
Yeah.
most part.
Like Barrett, we're gonna have some real heavy, real serious moments with Barrett coming up. But he's such a
Yeah.
fun character right now. I won't even say goofy, but he's
Yeah.
so fun.
He's fun, and their banter.
Yes, and like he
did
very
you-
clearly is starting to respect Cloud.
Yes. So like the whole new content of being up on the bottom of the pillar,
Mhm.
dangling, trying to turn on fucking lights and shit. Like all that is new content. What's special about that chapter is not so much what you're doing in that chapter, but it's the dialogue between the three characters, between Cloud, Tifa, and Barrett, which makes it
Yeah,
so interesting.
I mean, you say that, and like I thought that all the underneath the plate stuff was absolutely brand new. But having played 97 as recently as I have, they were building off of a specific story beat in that.
Enlighten me. I'm not sure what you mean.
So like you get off the train.
Yeah, you get
Um,
off the train.
Hold up.
And isn't it you go like through like a hole, and then it's basically you're
Yeah,
in
and
Mako Reactor
and
5?
you've got bigs and whatnot. Getting
You got,
into
yeah,
a
you
hole.
got them.
So I have this
Yeah.
sped up ×2.
Okay,
But like
cool.
you fight through the train rails, you go into this whole Star Wars: A New Hope style.
Yep.
Um, I think I even referenced that in my video. And then there's ladders and stuff that there's like a ladder puzzle you have to do. They were specifically building off that. That was very clearly
Okay.
inspired content that they did. Yeah, because we're getting into that
Totally.
right now.
And they took the remake approach of like, oh, okay, here's this. Let's completely expand on
Yeah,
this. Let's
exactly what I'm talking about. This right here, I totally forgot that this
You're-
was in '97.
You're right. I totally did too, man. I just played it, and because it's just this, and then
Yeah.
you're pretty much dropped into Mako Reactor. Like, oh my god, yeah, it's right there. Holy shit.
Yeah. And I made the joking, kind of offhand comment, kind of joking, that like I love that random encounters aren't a thing in Remake, but also I love that I can just farm the fuck out of these enemies and get my limit breaks with both Cloud and Aerith by the time we get through Wall City.
It is way easier to farm in original, but
Yeah.
there are farming locations
Okay.
in remake. There,
Okay.
Sector 5, you could have stayed there as long as you wanted, just killing those say monsters in the garbage areas. They
Yeah.
would have just kept spawning.
I figured as much.
Yeah,
But yeah, like this happened. Holy shit. Squeenix.
yeah.
That is attention to detail.
Seriously, like, that being that used to be your favorite game of all time. You didn't remember that. I just played that in April. I just played it back in April, and that didn't even occur to me that was that whole.
Yeah.
I believe it's chapter 6. All of chapter 6.
Yeah.
That's, oh my god, beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
I love this game so much.
Mwah.
Yes.
All right. So because you did Aerith, and I think we're about to transition into your questions, I would like to throw out one specific thing. So you've asked me before, and you've expanded on it, if I was Simp Jesse, Team Tifa, or Team Aerith. And then you've like kind of given me shit about, oh, now that Aerith's in the picture, you've forgotten all about Jesse. Homeboy.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
Homeboy. I'm polyamorous.
Oh, fuck you. I'm polyamorous. I can fucking do whatever I want. Look how cool I am.
I love Aerith and Jesse and Roche and Tifa and Barrett.
And you also threw Johnny in there now, so now you have to love Johnny. Which
I?
can I just say, I like. Can I get a round of applause for me? In the last podcast where you said that Johnny was a useless character, and I straight face said, "Oh yeah," knowing that
didn't
you're
do the
gonna have
Wendy
a
thing and
whole
spoil
side
it.
quest. You're gonna have a whole side quest with him in chapter 9.
How does Cloud not be like, seriously, how is Cloud not like, why are you still in town? Get the fuck out.
Yeah, yeah. The he was just like, are you kidding? Why are you here? Technically, he told him get out of town. Town was Sector 7, so
Okay.
he went to
Fair enough.
he went to
Yeah.
Walmart. Yeah.
I mean, I love
Oh,
that
which
exchange.
I
Cloud, can I call you bro? No. Okay, I love you, bro.
bro, you are my one true bro. Which I wanted to add to this. Throughout all of Walmart, you can actually talk to Johnny's dad. I know you talk to him in the Honeybee,
Mhm.
but he is all over the place in Walmart, and you can just have little fun dialogues that he talks to you about Johnny.
Mhm.
It's just something a little. But it just goes back to, my God, they didn't have to do that. Like
Yeah,
Johnny
there's
was
so
just some random fucking NPC that like took off
yeah.
in the beginning of Sector 7, like that, and then we never saw him again, and then like now he has his own side story. He's got, yes, you do a whole mission with him. You meet his dad.
Hell.
It's like crazy.
They've thrown so much character into like things that didn't have character in the original. Fucking individual slum cities have character now. Sector 5 has
Seriously.
a different character than Sector 7.
Yeah, Sector 5 kind of feels like the New York of the slums. Like it's much bigger.
Kind of
There's people.
In the Heights style.
Yes. I think that is the Bronx. Yeah, but that's what it kind of reminds me of.
Hollywood Heights.
Okay, Hollywood Heights. So yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of. Just the bigger city with a lot of people hustling, kids running around,
A community.
and yeah, exactly. And then Sector 7 is also, the slums, but it feels so much different. It feels more like a town, like a small little community that everybody's just knows each other. Is just really cool.
It kind of feels
So
like
it's
LA
just
to me.
LA. Why do you say that? I'm curious.
I just kind of get that vibe. Like everything's it's more spread out. LA is super not dense.
Okay, yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Okay, that's what I thought you meant. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant, and that
the people are connected, yes, but nowhere near as connected as 5.
Okay, that's fair. You're right about that. And then we both agree on what Walmart it is, right?
Vegas.
It's Vegas. Yeah,
Okay.
it's totally Vegas. Yeah.
I mean, okay. So I mentioned it, and it was one of my video titles. Kowloon Walled City is very much the vibe that I got from Walmart. If you don't know about it,
Okay.
it doesn't exist anymore.
I don't.
It was used a lot in cinema, but not explicitly said to be. It's really cool history. I'm gonna highly recommend you check it out.
Okay. Send me the send me through Messenger, and I'll check it out
what
because
I'll
I will
do.
not remember the name. Okay, cool. Let me make sure I'm muted.
It's a really cool thing, though. All right, let's get to your questions. Actually, you
Okay,
can grab water first. Just pause the recording for like 2 minutes.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please go ahead. I'm gonna air out my ears because it is hot wearing headphones. My God.
It's hot in California right now.
Yeah, it is. It's stupid hot right now.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
By the way, oh, you can't hear me.
By the way, I had a question.
Shoot.
Am I so on my camera I look completely fine, but am I super laggy and stuttery? Am I
Yeah.
gonna be super laggy and stuttery in the video?
Yeah, your video is going to be, your audio is coming in perfectly clear. I wasn't mentioning it because I
Okay.
didn't know what you could do about it.
Yeah, that's fine then. And as long as the audio is fine, that's what matters.
Yeah. Speak. We are recording. Yeah, we are. Speaking of, as I've been doing this more and more, how have you liked the changes in my recording setup? This is a new camera angle. I wanted to get this in
So,
frame.
okay, cool. I like that. I do actually have a comment on your as one of my questions. It's more like a topic. I really think your camera should go just top right, unless it impedes your view of the map. I don't think we need to really see the map so much.
Okay.
And I think the bottom middle is just too obstructing of what's on screen. Like it's like kind of cuts off some of the actual
Yeah.
like game. I think, and I know you've been kind of struggling on where to go because there's so much
Yeah.
that blocks. Like if you have it bottom right, it cuts off your health. If you have it bottom left, it cuts off the ATB. If you have it top left, it cuts off when you're working on the menu. I personally think the top right is
Okay.
the best solution because it only really cuts off your map.
Okay. So part of my gameplay and my rapid like check everything is I look at the minimap, see are there paths down around this way, and I found stuff like that, and that was blocked by the minimap.
Right.
So like, I wasn't wanting to deprive the player, but okay, cool. Deprive the viewer of the player experience. So knowing that though, I'll go ahead and move that because I'm not happy with anywhere I've put it.
Yeah, I know it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I get it. And like I said, only if it like I suggested top right because I didn't know if it was the same as what I'm seeing. Like if you saw if it also blocks off your map. So you do whatever you need to do.
It shows all of that in a separate window. It's not like I have my camera overlaid on my gameplay.
Okay, I
Let's
see.
see
Gotcha.
if this will
Okay.
work now. Nope. Doesn't like it. Okay. What the? That's weird.
That was very weird.
Discord just decided to restart on me.
Yeah, it's just and I cannot see you. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I can.
Okay, good.
That's because my camera is not on.
Okay.
Fucking.
Okay,
fuck.
there we go.
That was weird. Okay, but yeah, good to know. Audio quality's all good.
OBS is still working, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we're still
Good-
recording.
good
Okay,
catch.
good.
Looking back, I think that I did kind of like this microphone right here as compared to this. Any thoughts on that change?
Okay, you liked your microphone where compared to where?
The headset mic that I had plugged in compared to this?
Yeah, compared to this.
Yeah.
I think the boom stick or whatever it's called, the blue buffalo, I think it makes you look more professional, but I don't think it matters either way. I think
I'm getting a lot
sound
of background noise too because this is a very picks up only stuff close to it microphone.
and then you should stick with that because I think
Yeah.
your headset was fine. I think it was fine, honestly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What else you got for me?
Okay, so we already went through the three dresses. We went through Aerith. We went through the assess. Did Wendy? I already know the question to this, but I said your name. Did Wendy ever get the DualSense working?
Yes, Wendy did get the DualSense working. I think I did that like as a small thing in a video, but like if I'm gonna be going with the DualSense 5, then like I'm going to want to acclimate myself and do the whole first chapter again. And every time it's got to be like that, it's like, no, I want to keep playing. So I'm gonna keep doing what I know works.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's fine. I as long as you're having fun with it and it's not you know the at this point you're 11 you're almost 11 chapters in, so
Yeah.
you only died a couple times, so
only died once, thank you.
I'm sorry. Oh, technically you died twice if we're gonna count the Coliseum because you did get a game over.
If we're gonna count the Coliseum, then we're gonna count VR.
Okay, well those are your words, not mine. Wendy. Wendy.
And God damn it, the friend. Ooh, how do you like being called the friend and referred to as that?
I enjoy it actually, and I actually changed my. I believe I changed my name on my account too, just to keep it ambiguous now. If anyone ever does stumble on these, they no longer can dox me. So there you go. So stuck it, failures.
I just changed your name in our Facebook DMs.
Okay. Wonderful, a friend. Okay, your camera should go top right. Got that one. We kind of talked about bosses. Like I had Airbuster highlighted. Do you have anything else to say about Airbuster?
Um, when did we do the podcast last time in relation to the story?
Chapter 4, and Airbuster was chapter 7.
Yeah, I mean, God, that's. I almost want
It's
to
a
talk about
lot,
the
right?
whole Reactor 5 segment.
We can. Like I don't have everything in order. I was like thinking we could like we talked a lot already about Wall Market, so we don't really have to touch on the events of that. But except for a couple things, but we can go in order. We can start from 5, which would be the ghosts waking up in Sector 7,
Mhm.
and then fighting the ghosts onwards.
I mean, just oh God, all of Reactor 5 was so much fun. I hate Heidegger so much in this version.
Oh, I know. I have him in here as that of
Like,
just your hate.
and it's not even because he's a villain. It's because he's a bad, dumb villain. He's like
He's a
very
he's the he's a mustache twirling villain.
yeah. I made the point of one, care about your troops' lives, care about them
Yeah.
because humanity. Two, if you have no humanity, care about them because they're a resource. Three, care about them, or at least don't let them know you don't care about them, because if you do let them know, you won't have troops. Like, I mean, also, Shinra is so fucking incompetent. Like, in general.
They are,
How have they
they
not
are,
been
but I
overthrown?
feel like I think that's because they have so much power, and Shinra is that city. They made Midgar. It's their city, and since it's their city, they have the Mako reactors, which is so they have the power. They Nobody really challenges them. That's my thought process on it, anyways.
I mean, do you know who also had a lot of power?
Are you gonna make a Hyrule Warrior joke?
No, I was gonna make a joke about the Keyblade Warrior.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
is the
no.
other one.
Actually, what I was actually going to say was King Louis the 16th had a lot of power, and then he had his head
Yeah,
fucking chopped off. Guillotines don't give a shit about that. How are these people not in revolt?
because they're getting what they want. I think they still, as shitty as they're being treated, I think
No, it's not even how
they're
shitty they're
still.
being treated. It's fucking incompetence on Shinra's part. How, like, going through this whole game, there's so much stuff that is just, like, in disrepair. And not even just the slums, but, like, up on the plate. This just
Yeah,
isn't working. This isn't being maintained. There aren't engineers actively doing what needs to be done to make things keep working. Like,
yeah.
God, we turned off 4 goddamn lights
But
for the slums, and like apparently that didn't raise an alarm to send a troop of security forces down to just check what's going on. Shinra, you're kind of fucking dumb.
well, well, no. I they were watching them from since the train.
Oh
So
yeah,
they
you're
knew
right.
exactly everything they were. Yeah, they're watching everything they're doing. They were just setting up the trap to frame them so that they could start the war with Wu Type. Their whole thing was, we're gonna watch you guys. We're gonna film you guys doing all this stuff.
Hmm.
That way we can frame you. Uh, because we want to start the war back up. And
I
as
fucking
far
hate
as
Heidegger.
like
This
why
is
don't
so
the people
goddamn dumb.
revolt? I agree. But as far as the people, I think it kind of stems with when it's all you kind of know. It's like it's normal.
Fair
Like,
enough.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Like if you grow up with garbage around you, you're not going to be grossed out by garbage because that's all you fucking know.
yeah. Um,
We're getting we're going down the rabbit hole. Like this is like, I mean, it's not like they say this necessarily. This is just my thoughts on it. But that's what I think anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were talking about. Okay, so the whole train sequence, pretty much, pretty much
Those
like the original.
those throwaway enemies though, that's new. And that was fun.
Oh, the monsters,
The
the
spiders.
creepy crawlies.
Oh, I mean that too.
That
Like
was
my title for it was ooh, that's
that's
disgusting. I
disgusting.
love
I
it.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was those were cool, but just like also the little spider crawl electric robot things. Those were fun on the train itself.
Okay. Yeah.
And like
Um.
and this is again Squeenix is rolling with the ridiculous that was in Final Fantasy 97 because like all those same enemies are already there. It's Mako. And
Right.
this is like a full-fledged canon acceptable, oh, this is actually a really cool story, reason to have them.
Yeah. Exactly. So in this is chapter 5. This is the first time you play as 3 characters. How was that kind of jumping back and forth between people this time? Now that you had the full 3 people at your arsenal.
Looking at my Airbuster fight, I did not really know how to manage it. I'm still trying to adjust into it. I think in chapter 10, I show a little bit better with it.
Okay.
I just got to get used to it because I'm totally like intuitive sense to me is the turn by turn that 97 did. It was more filling up a bar, but kind of it fit that mold. In chapter 10, one thing that you're going to see now that I have Tifa again, I equip the Sonic Strikers on her, and then I get the feathered gloves as well because I found those. And so like
Yeah.
one thing I was doing as I was going through chapter 10 was I set my battle settings to automatically start as Tifa, and I equipped the silver staff to
Ooh.
Aerith, just that way I could farm their abilities. And like I'm getting more into changing and managing and hit the pause menu, change over to them, get them to do this thing, which I mentioned earlier. I had synergy with Cloud equipped for the boss. I forgot to equip it, and it kept annoying me because every time I did these goddamn special abilities, Cloud is using the weakness against these enemies and killing them too fucking fast for me while I'm trying to farm this
Like,
shit.
God damn it! I'm trying to get this shit. You're fucking Cloud over here.
God damn it, Cloud! Stop helping!
Oh. Ooh, I can't wait to see your reaction to Sonic Strike because that is such a fun ability.
Yeah, is that
Okay,
the
so cool.
goes around in a circle?
I think so. Yeah, where she kind of does like a pump up first,
Yeah.
and then she starts going.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
cool
it's
looking.
such a. I love that. I love that one.
Dude, thing hits like a brick too.
Oh yeah.
Speaking
Oh
of
yeah.
all this, yeah, you saw it. I got the hard edge ability, and then I did not switch back to the iron blade. I am using hard
Okay.
edge in a fully. I've got 88 attack on it right now, and I'm
Yeah.
using Infinity's End as much as I can because Jesus Christ, seeing the number 3000 really makes my lizard brain happy.
When you, and this is not a spoiler to say, in hard mode, when you are fully spec'd out, Infinity Blade can do 9999 damage
I love
on
it.
certain enemies. It can
Yeah.
do 9999 damage.
I don't think
It's
I've
insane.
had the chance yet to, with 88 attack on the blade, just the blade's base stat, because I have all those cores. I haven't had the chance to use Infinity's End on a staggered enemy, and I'm excited to see that.
So I especially in hard mode, I specifically use it for staggered enemies. I don't tend to use it because of the slow buildup. There's more useful
Yeah.
abilities for me
Triple slash
personally,
focus thrust,
but
definitely.
oh yeah, for sure. But when they're staggered,
Hmm.
you better believe I'm in Punisher mode trying to get at least 2 ATB so I can
Yeah.
hit them with that Infinity.
Yeah. That's another thing about just the overall combat system too. Like, I'm very much going into Punisher mode now, and it's pretty natural. Like getting the rhythm on it.
And you're using the counter more, which I noticed too, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
sweet, which is
Yeah.
wonderful.
So I'm slowly picking it up. You described it to you as like there was a click moment as aha, this is how it works. I think for me it's just
Yeah.
gonna be getting into practice with it. And it's not gonna
Yeah.
be that click moment. But like so I'm going and doing that because at first I remember I was trying to do it my first like 10, 15 episodes. But like in my head it was I pressed E. I pressed the button to make it happen, so it's going to happen. But you have to time it right. You have to rhythm it right. I've gotten it pretty
Yeah.
good into muscle memory and
Yeah.
checking to see that I actually am in Punisher mode. Yeah.
Oh yeah. From what I've seen, you've been doing you've pretty much got it down.
Mhm.
And like I said, it's a useful tool that will really help you later game.
Mhm.
It's a good habit to get yourself into now.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think that I could very much improve on like I'm really good at fighting with one person. I need to use the rest of my team better, and that's what the rest of my learning is going to be.
And that's what I say. That not so much the combat. When I said it's gonna click, I didn't mean necessarily the combat. I meant the switching.
Yeah.
It's all the ballet dance of the
Yeah.
switch
Yeah.
is going to eventually click for you.
And I think you've seen it too that I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to build up 2 ATBs on 3 characters and then unleash a giant amount of damage all at once.
Sure. Yeah,
And then
that's a strategy.
and then I'm also trying to I don't think I fully have the stagger bar down yet. Like I'm very much in the moment. It's lizard brain. Make yellow bar go up.
Though that's what you should do. As soon as you see
Yeah.
that pressure,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, I need to hit them
Okay.
as much as I can, make that pressure go up.
So it does when they're pressured, it does go up faster then, right?
It yes, significantly faster because they are not attacking when they're pressured. It's almost like they're stunned for a second.
Yeah, yeah,
So you're supposed to when they're pressured, you're supposed to hit them
yeah.
with either pressure focused abilities
Yeah,
or just
focus thrust.
unleash as much as you. Yeah, focus thrust, or for Tifa, it's focus slash or focus something. Yeah, focus strike. Yeah. Then Barrett has one as well. I don't focus blast or some shit. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it's the you gotta charge it right?
No, that's kind of like his Punisher. He has
Oh.
a specific ability
Okay.
that
I haven't played with Barrett
specific
in
just
like 30 episodes.
it's been a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. So we talked about 5 a little bit. Episode 6 was the lights. So in chapters 5, 6, 7, you get a lot of
Hold on, since
bonding.
you were talking about it. Let's see if I can do this. I want. No, okay. I'm not gonna say something.
Something.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if I had your audio. I just wanted to see all this.
25 hours.
Is it Unbridled Strength?
For who? For
Tifa,
Tifa?
yeah.
Are you talking about the focus?
Yeah.
No, it's focused. Focus something. Like all of the pressure abilities have the word focus in it.
I'm trying to see if there's a
If
way
you
to see all their abilities.
Go back to battle settings and just click on Cloud and just click yeah,
Okay,
and
yeah.
go to abilities. So his is focus thrust.
Yeah.
and then Tifa's is Focus Strike.
Okay. Evade. Yeah, okay, this is one that I just got because I had to level up that ability. It's a weapon specific
Yes.
thing. And then the one
Yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah.
struggling with was what the fuck does Aerith have?
Aerith does not have a focus ability.
Okay. Gotcha.
But you can, since she's your magic user,
Yeah.
you can typically just use something like Arcane Ward and do that double magic
Yeah,
damage,
that
and
is
that'll also
that is
such
legit.
an OP ability. My God, I know it's so good.
Arcane
Like,
Ward
I
does a
didn't even
surprising amount of damage too.
Arcane
Or,
Ward.
no,
I didn't.
Soul Drain.
Soul Drain does too, but Arcane Ward I did not discover until hard mode, and I was like, "Fuck, man, this would have helped."
So you know this is where I'm at. Yeah.
Are you still using Magnify?
I believe that's on Aerith.
What is she? Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's magnifying fire because the boss. So I put it on that.
So, remember how I told you that is probably the best materia in the game.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I said that is because Magnify is all what was in the original categorized as all. So how you can use it how you're using now, or you can even attach Cure to it, and then it heals all three of your characters.
That is good
with
to know.
one. Yes. So rather than using 3 high potions on characters, you use 1 Cura, and it heals all 3 and you do 7 MP instead of 3 high potions or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a lifesaver. Whenever, I'm not telling you to change anything, but I just wanted to let you know about that.
Yeah, and then so you know this is where I'm at.
Okay, you are. Yeah, I know where you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
I just changed that. Let's go back to the podcast.
Struggle bus.
Yep. Welcome back aboard the struggle bus.
The struggle bus. Wendy and the friend on the struggle bus. All right, so chapters 5, 6, and 7, you get a lot of banter between Tifa, Barrett, and Cloud. How'd you enjoy that? At this point, do you remember any of it?
Barrett's hilarious. You remember that? I think it was the red materia behind the fan in the underplate.
Yes.
Going across on the lift. Barrett made some ride about it, like going on an adventure, going to get some treasure. I fucking loved that line.
His singing is hilarious.
And he's such a good dad, too.
He is. And I just like the little touch of this big, badass muscle man totally afraid of heights.
Yes, that too. And just like, you know, the fact that he doesn't hate Cloud's guts like he did in the first 4 chapters.
Yeah, it's a lot. It takes a lot longer for him to warm up to him in original. Much nicer touch, and I think they do that specifically because this is a part 1, and it's like, well, we want our characters to like each other, you know, sooner than whenever the fuck part 2 comes out.
Yeah.
Speaking of, before you say anything, we might get an official reveal this Thursday.
Yeah, I've heard that there's some kind of rumors.
It's the 25th anniversary, and they're doing a stream for FF7.
Yeah.
So people are speculating they will show us something.
I have a friend at work who mentioned it, and as soon as I said anything, I said, I'm playing it right now. I'm doing this whole thing. Please no fucking spoilers.
Oh, okay, good.
But they're like, oh yeah, dude, just part 2 rumors. I'm excited was all they said.
Okay, cool.
But speaking of that, I didn't know that was going on. The fact that I showed you that meme earlier by saying breaking news on part 2.
Yeah, I thought you saw something, and my heart stopped for a second. But no, we're good. Here's just your bullshit.
I had no idea that would be such a good bait for you.
It was like it's what made me because if you remember, I like clicked on it really fast.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so do you want to talk about Chapter 7, Mako Reactor 5? Do you have anything to discuss about that? Like, so the lead up, so Chapter 5 is you enter the Mako, you got Barrett says, "Oh yeah, that's the smell," just like before. You jump down,
yeah, and then you
you
go up all
slide
the
down.
levels. And apparently I fought an airbuster not as weak as I could have made it.
Yes, it could have been a teeny bit weaker. Yes.
I'm real curious to see a fully powered airbuster fight.
He's a bitch.
I can imagine.
He's a fat. So I don't know if you did watch my video. So I didn't take. I think I only took out one of the big bombs, the big bomber things or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
you only
I don't
took
know
out
if
one
it's
of the hands
specific.
too, if I remember right.
Yeah. So no, what I mean was in the key cards, like
Oh yeah.
you choose. Yeah, I think I only did one level on that. So I don't know if it's specific to hard mode or if it's specific to because I only took one. But at one point, he shot me twice with his big explosion. He shot me with the explosion. I dodged it, and then I went back ready to hit him, and then he did it immediately again, and I was like, "You fucker! I don't remember you doing that."
Yeah, which I think I used it against him in the fight. That does whatever. I'm glad I'm not lugging this around anymore. Levels of damage.
Right. How was Airbuster for you, especially compared to the original where you just fucking killed it like nothing?
Yeah, compared to 97, I don't remember the boss fight. But compared to 97 recently, I killed that fucker in one shot. This is not a boss.
Yeah.
There were some
seriously.
like throwaway enemies that were harder than
Seriously.
but that was a fun boss fight, which I mean we talked about it earlier. The airbuster being far away and so having to switch to Barrett to do damage, that was a fun gameplay design thing. I think because that's when you first start to get 3 people at the same time. So game design, I think that there might have been some, well, let's train the players to know to do this going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a fun boss fight. Would have been cooler if the Shinra president actually showed up rather than in holograph form, but kind of wouldn't make sense to do that during an active terrorist event, so props to Squeenix.
Yeah. Yeah, I know in the original he actually shows up, he walks out and his little plumpy circular self walks out and he's like, ho ho ho, you guys suck.
He's about to
later.
fucking die,
and then
I'm so happy about that.
And then he pieces out. I kind of like that he's not really there because like as you said, it kind of makes sense. I like how they're like preparing him, like they're like, putting makeup on him and stuff like that to give like the speech to the people that is like, hey, look, check out what these people are doing. I like that touch. But I get the it would have been cool if he was there in person too.
Yeah. And then to throw into that, I absolutely loved Barrett talking to the people of Midgar while you're going in and going up and making the enemy weaker. And then being like, Barrett, who the fuck are you talking to? And he's like, the people of Midgar, damn it!
You give me that's right, he's like, you give me an audience, I'm gonna drop some truth. And Cloud's like, they cut the audio, man. They're not stupid. um, oh, what'd you think of the Airbuster soundtrack? The song, the music.
I was definitely
I think it's
paying.
absolutely
I was definitely paying attention to the fight more than the music. Like I was pretty preoccupied with not fucking dying. But I remember it being
right.
like I'd catch riffs of it here and there and being like, this fucking slaps.
It is probably one of the best. It is ever for me in the whole soundtrack. It is incredible. Just the guitar riff of the like just what's so interesting about this game is just how many iterations
Hmm.
of like of the battle theme music. It's just
Hmm.
it's crazy. So much detail. Like there's like 30 different iterations of that battle theme just in part one. It's I don't know what they're gonna do for part two because what they've already done so much already. I mean, I trust them with part two. It's just it's insane how much we got with
Yeah.
just this first
Yeah.
with just this part one
And then
iteration.
Intergrade too. I'm excited to see what goes on in that.
Yes, yeah, okay, good. I'm glad you are going to play that.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were like, well, no, I'm going to take a break. I'm really happy for that because um sets up part two. That pretty much Intergrade will set up part two.
Yeah. I
Um,
kind of figured as
so
much.
yeah, a good 1.5 there. All right, so we talked about the Airbuster. We talked about using 3 players. The scene as you're falling. So, I remember in the video you
All right, hold
said
up, hold
that
up.
you. Yeah.
I think I know what you're about to say. I would have really rather much preferred for Cloud to fall because the reactor blew up because that is faithful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is that what you're about to say?
That was what I was about to say. But it is the but I did some digging and it is actually pretty much the exact same way in the original. So the Airbuster blows up.
Hmm.
And Cloud hangs on, and then the Mako reactor blows up, and then he falls. Exact same thing happens in Remake. Airbuster explodes, Cloud is hanging, and then the rest of you can see from the only difference is that it's shot from the bottom, so you start seeing the rest of Mako blowing up from under, and you see Cloud fall.
Okay.
That's but it's other than that, it's the
I
exact
think it
same
was the
thing.
grappling hook that was what did it for
That
me.
was the only thing that
Yeah.
and that was what added. And they added that too.
Yeah. Um,
But
which
I was
like that
talking.
was kind of a unnecessary addition.
Yep, kinda. But I get having it there since they had it. It's
Hmm.
like, he should use this since he has it. We've
Yeah.
already established that
But
they
like
used
him
it.
having it because that wasn't used at all, right? Otherwise.
They said they used it in the cinematic part where Barrett hands it to you guys, shoots the thing, and then you guys drop down. I
Oh.
get that's the yeah,
Okay.
that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
about it.
Anyways, as you were about to say, cloud falling.
Uh, I was talking more about the scene with Cloud
Hmm.
talking to himself, and then it transitioning to Sephiroth.
Hmm. Did you notice in my playthrough that I said that this is Cloud's nobody?
No,
You should go back and watch it.
I no, I'm good.
Here, I'll
I did
pull it up
notice
for
that.
you right now. You
No,
did?
yeah, I noticed. Thank you for that. Yeah,
I thought that was
somebody who doesn't who hasn't played the games, you know an awfully lot about the lore of Kingdom Hearts.
I watch a lot of gaming YouTube, and
Okay,
Kingdom Hearts
fair
is kind
enough.
of big.
It is huge.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. It's fucking. It's its own monster at this point.
yeah. Um, Monster. Maybe it's the final boss in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Just
Ugh.
Kingdom Hearts in
Anyway,
general.
We shall see. We shall see. Um, no, but seriously, what did you think about the scene?
At the time, because I think my opinion has
Hmm?
changed. At the time, I thought that this
Okay.
is really cool. That it's playing into timeline shenanigans that are happening. Um,
Okay.
and that's going to require me to explain how my opinion has changed too. But
Yes.
overall, the dialogue I think was really cool and kind of justifies why Cloud was able to live from a fall from like what is it, 600 meters.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I know we kind of like shoo it away as oh he's a soldier, but yeah, it does
he's a
kind of
soldier and he lands on
justify it.
flowers.
Yes. Yes, we can't forget the flowers. That's they
Yes.
say that in the original. It's like, oh, good thing you landed on these flowers.
But having replayed 97 recently, once again, really, really good attention to detail.
Hmm.
Um, Here, I'm bringing that part up now. Okay, here's the Airbuster fight where I just fucking destroyed him.
Oh, we just got copyrighted strike.
Oh god damn it. Here we go. Yeah, so like it 97 does all this.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I didn't even, which I'm gonna go ahead and just pause it here, but like it was very much doing this, but with 25-year later technical capabilities. Was that whole falling
Right.
scene? I thought it was really cool. It all being in the white space and Cloud being kind of dazed made sense.
Yes.
And then like also just setting that up as a transition into there's no question about it, I'm ready to hurt again.
Yeah.
It was really good. Now, probably now is a good time to go into like how my opinion has changed. I don't think that there's
Yes.
actually time-bind convergence. With what you said about
Okay.
this
What do you
is
think now?
with what you said about remember this is a remake of the original. This isn't like a remaster or isn't tying in. I think that really this is the exact same story. I think that I
Okay.
just overthought myself into thinking there's timeline fuckiness, and because I went back and I refamiliarized myself with the overall story on Final Fantasy 97, and I saw like, oh shit, yeah, no, that was actually what was happening with Sephiroth at the time,
Right.
remembering it back
Right.
to it. And then like this specific line, seeing that in my playthrough that this was there, um, made me be like, oh no, it's not timeline 97 and 2020 are converging together into the same game. It's 2020 is a reflection of 97. And so like
Okay.
yeah, that's how my opinion has changed. So, like now thinking back to the cloud following scene, um, I don't think that there's really any timeline stuff. I think that this is just a really fucking faithful game that is beautifully crafted.
Awesome. And I agree with you. It is a beautifully crafted game for sure.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. Cool. The scene. Let's see. I typed the hands, and I don't know what I was talking about.
What's before it and after it?
Maybe I was talking about the hand massage, but no,
Yeah,
that's too
I'm
far
curious
ahead.
about that because I paid 3,000 gil for it, and apparently that was actually worth it. I spent all my money on the best hand massage.
And you were so confident that you were gonna get all your money back.
Was I? I thought I was like speculating.
No, you were like, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna get my money back,
Yeah,
so I don't mind.
yeah.
um,
Um, I'm
yeah.
okay with the fact that
Um,
I didn't, because like you saw
no,
just earlier, I'm back to 4,000 gil now. I didn't really It didn't really hurt me.
No, and honestly, Wendy, uh,
Hey.
I know I did good. I caught myself. Um, I know I'm slowly getting. The more we do this, the better I'm gonna get at it. I think. Um, I did the cheap massage for my first time because I was like I didn't want to give up my money, and I wish I did the 3,000 because it is so violent.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure Cloud fucked her.
Yeah. So the $800 massage or whatever, she is literally screaming at him and just causing him so much pain. He's screaming in agony. It's hilarious in its own way too, but the $3,000 scene is much better.
In
She
no matter,
definitely released the tension.
yeah, she's got anger issues, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm pretty convinced that she makes her money off sex work, or not just sex work, but human trafficking.
It's very possible. a
And
lot of a lot of Wall Market is very much that.
yeah, and just based off the scene that I got with her, like, again, I'm pretty sure Cloud and her fucked.
Yeah,
That was heavily implied.
it at the very least she gave him a handy.
Yeah,
At the very
yeah,
least, at the
hand
very least,
massage.
a hand massage. Exactly. At the very least, that's what it was.
So no
All
matter
right, let's.
what, however much you spend, do you still get the same Cloud is dazed after it scene?
Yes, yes, you
Yeah.
get the cloud is dazed. It's just context behind it is different.
Okay.
Whereas when he's dazed from seeing the good one, it's more like, okay, he's dazed from pleasure. Whereas the other one is like, oh, he's traumatized.
He's got head trauma.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some PTSD now.
No,
It's
it's a
like
TBI.
it's like fuck Zach, man. My true trauma is the hand massage lady.
Traumatic brain injury.
That's right. Let's back up to, so we talked about Aerith, talked about Reno. Do you want to talk a little bit more about Reno?
I'm enjoying the character. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that this is the exact same character design for Reno and Rude as they used in Advent Children, and they were really fun characters in Advent Children.
Yeah, they were like Three Stooges minus one in Advent Children, but they
Yeah.
were fun. They were very fun.
Yeah.
Um,
I had a lot of fun with my Rude boss fight and the naming. Um, I think he's actually quite the gentleman.
yes.
um,
And I liked that touch for Reno. Like when you see him, it's like, oh, this is a bad guy.
mhm,
Like he looks like a bad guy, but then he's like, hey, don't shoot the girl, don't hurt the girl.
mhm.
And it's just like it kind of took me back when I first thought. I was like, oh, okay, you're not, you look like a bad guy, but like that's not something a bad guy says. I'm watching Sephiroth, you know,
Yeah.
who looks like any minute he's gonna murder anybody.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nah,
but then I see this guy show some like a little bit of compassion there. It was cool. It was a nice touch.
he's not bad. He was just drawn this way.
Ah, my first crush. I think so. I think. Anyways,
It's my headcanon, and I'm adopting this from the internet, that Jessica Rabbit is actually part of the asexual community.
okay, elaborate.
She's actually, as a character, uninterested in sex. She's just drawn that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Totally. That makes
It's
to know.
it's nice fan fiction.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
We talked about
the Reno and Rude fight. I'm pretty sure I'm about to fight Reno again, and I'm actually excited for that. I think that's going to be fun.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah,
okay. I
at
know
the
where you
top
are.
of the pillar.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that. And I'm curious to see the expansion on them and the rest of the Turks as
Whoa,
well.
So you just finished chapter 10. Can you refresh my memory? The very last thing you did.
I'm right in front of that vending machine and bench.
Oh, that doesn't help me. There's.
Hold up. 204.
Darn it, sorry.
40.
Windy.
Oh, whoops. The pumps.
Pumps.
You have to. Aerith has to pump it, and the needle goes left.
Oh,
then,
okay.
right?
Okay.
And then as you cross all
Did
the
you climb up?
sewer.
Did you climb up the ladder already?
Yeah.
Okay.
The cutscene with all the things coming in. There's like 8 of them, and you
Okay,
can't
so
fight
you're
them,
out of the sewers.
And I'm like, wait, but why can't I fight them? I could take these guys.
Okay, so you're out of the sewers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Okay, cool. Just making sure. That's what I thought. Have you gotten a chance to use your limit 2 yet?
No. I've got my limit bar full once, but I kind of died.
Darn it. I can't wait for you to use those. Okay.
I'm curious to see Aerith's limit 2 as well and how that works.
It's a good one. It's really good. Okay, chapter 8. Yeah, chapter 8. What did you think of the Sector 5 slums? We kind of touched on it a little bit where you saw it as like the Hollywood Heights and stuff like that.
Yeah. I had fun with it and the questing. I like that there was the callback in that the orphanage lady works at the Honeybee Inn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I kept going back to check that fucking gate, which I keep doing that in Wall Market. And I think you texted me, don't worry about the fucking chest.
By the 7th time that I saw it, I was like, God damn it, Wendy. You'll get the fucking chest eventually. Just stop going. Did you get the chest, actually? Now that I think of it, did you actually end up getting it?
No, it was never available. Was I able to, and I just overlooked the key moment?
No, you didn't. You'll be fine. Don't worry.
Okay. And I'm kind of assuming, too, with all this gameplay, that, like, there's going to be a point where all of Midgar is open up to me, with me able to choose who's in my party.
Okay.
Just because, yeah, I know all those, like, special red gates. I'm gonna have to be able to come back and visit eventually. The chests in Wall City. I assume I'm gonna be able to fight the Colosseum with Barrett and get his second limit. And that's just a guess. I just kind of assume that anywhere I've been, I'll be able to, in some way or another, go back to, possibly at my own discretion.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
I'll see,
Let's
because you
see.
fucking know, you bastard.
Oh, I'm gonna watch you. We will see together. Let's see. More Cloud and Bear. We already did that. We talked already about the garbage. Oh, okay. I know what. So now I know what that I meant by the hands. Your favorite part, the claws, the machines. That's what I meant. Your favorite part in the entire game.
That was so goddamn frustrating. It took me like 5 minutes to do something that could have been 15 seconds.
I watched you do it, and I was just like, "Oh man, he is so annoyed."
But let's see, what was my video title for that?
Darn it. Okay.
Yeah, my video title was The Worst Part of the Game and My Worst Recording of the Game.
Oh, let's talk about that a little bit because really loved, even though you completely fucked it up, you still found a very creative way to make those I think it's like 3 episodes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You made those 3
Yeah,
episodes
2.5.
really fun. would have really fun and interesting. Um, I really like what you did, and then I like in this newest episode, the one where I think it was point 0.5, 60 or whatever point
Yeah.
0.5. You did where you were playing with editing. You started using you started
Yeah.
doing a little bit more subtitle commentary.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. I'm having fun with the editing. I'm not a real YouTuber, but I'm having fun pretending to be one. Um, yeah. So like for that dubbing work, like you might have noticed, I got surprised by the end of the episode is coming and whatnot. This is because literally
Yeah.
I turned on video record and audio record, and it was like turn on video record here, jump over to audio record to get that going. And so like because I wasn't on video while I was recording that dub work, like I wasn't able to clap my hands or do anything to sync up with a specific audio or video cue because the software that I was using does not have 2-channel recording either. So, so like that was totally improvised, and it was just like while I'm watching this video, I'm talking about it. I cannot pause this video. I cannot get up to go pee. So I was just sitting there for like 15 minutes.
A challenging obstacle that you overcame, and
Yeah.
it was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what I want you to do going forward is a muted experience,
Oh yeah.
but I definitely do want to see some more dubbing in the future when it calls for it, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, like I did that in the last podcast episode too, because
Yes.
my computer restarted.
Windy.
No.
Windy.
No, after my computer restarted and we got back in, I was looking at things. I said, "Oh God damn it! I'm going to have to go back and watch the whole video to look for names to edit out." And
Oh,
you're
that's
like,
right, because
"Oh,
the
yes," and then I recorded afterwards, just me. Yes, I do.
yes, I did.
And I stared at the camera for 10 seconds, and I inserted that in
I
right
did.
there. That to me is
I
one of the
remember that, yeah.
funniest jokes I've made.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
The other
that was
joke
great.
that I absolutely loved, which was made possible for editing, was in '97 original when I was farming for limit breaks after I died, and I wasn't going to show you the whole thing. When I'm just heading back to go to the inn, just instantly cut to me. Save the game, save the world, save the game, save the world, save the game. Like kind of crazy.
Throw back to Heroes. Save the cheerleader, save the world. Save the cheerleader, save the world.
I actually never watched Heroes.
You know but you know the
No.
meme.
No, I mean I just thought that'd be funny and sound crazed.
Really? So
Yeah.
that wasn't about you
No.
weren't quoting that.
No,
That's
I was
like
not
the-
referencing
the-
anything.
That's the ultimate reference to Heroes. Heroes is not a good show.
Yeah.
The first season's good. Everything after is not good at
But
all.
like,
But that was like the talking point. Save the cheerleader, save the world.
I just had a lot of fun with that whole editing sequence. Like, I started singing the Black Parade, and I got the lyrics wrong. I know. When I was a
Yeah.
young man, my father took me into young being, my father took me into a city to use my limit break.
Yes.
And like, yeah, I had a lot of fun with that despite my frustration. And like, honestly, this is, what is it? Limits and inhibitions and restrictions breed creativity. And like, I think that's what happened with my having to dub over those 3 episodes. And I would be
Not
a
only-
lot happier or a lot less frustrated with having to dub over those 3 episodes if I didn't have to dub over that very emotional moment.
Yeah, but you know what? It still worked. It really still did work.
Yeah.
Seeing you have so much fun is almost therapeutic, Windy. Like it that's why I get annoyed when I only get 1 video a day. Because it's like it's fun for me. It like I treat it the way I treat fucking Stranger Things, where I'm like, oh my god, I gotta see, I want to watch the next episode. I want to see what he has to say. I want to see I know this moment's coming up. I can't wait to get to the. Oh my god, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Um,
I will say. So the reason why I started doing that, one reason was um, it gets them in order in publishing because if I upload them all at the same
I
time, it's
get that.
whatever the shortest. But also,
It's
like
all yeah.
uploading 7 videos at the same time fucking kills my internet for like 2-3 hours.
I bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like that's part of the other reason why I did it. But I think you saying that, I think I might go like maybe 2 or 3 episodes a day or something like that. Try to get a best of both
That
worlds.
I could stomach that. I
Um,
can live with that. I think 2 or 3 would hit really well.
this last week, it was 1 episode a day, and my gameplay conveniently ended around that. Being
Yeah.
able to do that much content. Um, I mean, I have 3 episodes in the dugout waiting to go up to bat right now. Um, so yeah, and I'm not going to edit them tonight because I still need to. But like,
No worries.
you're gonna have a long break to the next time I play. Is what I'm getting at.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I figured because we postponed this podcast a week that it was going to be a bit. I didn't know. I didn't expect you to start playing it
Hmm.
before we even did the podcast. So I'm happy to hear that you've already completed chapter 10.
Yeah.
So that's
I was
so in
gonna.
my head it's sooner than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, I was gonna. I had a friend I was gonna go see yesterday. Lives 2-3 hours away. He was up more local to me, and we were gonna go hang out, but his girlfriend had a very bad week, so he canceled on me. So not knowing what else to
Gotcha.
do, I was like, I'm bored. I'm just gonna play. Also, I've been working
Okay.
on my daily driver car this last week. Like I installed a new stereo, and I had frustrations with that. Everything's perfect now. I have more work to do because I'd like to install a dash cam and have it looking nice and wires not running everywhere and they're actually in the trims and I'm gonna have to pull out a bunch of shit. But like I did so much work, I was like, fuck it, windy time.
Dope. Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Cool.
yeah.
Um, so we talked about how much you love the hands. Good. I'm glad we got that on video.
The worst part of the
Um,
game.
right. Your favorite part of the game. Right. Talked about Septify. Oh, we didn't really talk about this. Seeing Aerith's house for the first time in full, like 3D, just visual upgrade.
Beautiful. Like there's not much to say about it. Um, yeah, I liked the flowers scene. There just wasn't much to it, I think, in this for me to really latch on to. I loved it in the original just because like it was important and all that. But like
Right.
this one, there was so much else going on in Sector 5 that like in order to make all that important in this respect, you had to kind of detract from that. I really like the juxtaposition of it's this beautiful place right next to what looks like a horse arena for some reason. It's this beautiful place,
Yeah.
and these slums are right here. And like, not only are these slums right here, you went through like ruins of Sector 5 from a plate collapse.
Yeah. For real.
So like
And it
seeing
was
it,
disgusting. My goodness.
yeah, seeing it juxtaposed was really cool. But just like there wasn't too much to it. Aerith's mom. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't played 97.
Right.
Yeah, actually, because I said that, Final Fantasy Disc 1. I'm curious. It ends at Forgotten Capital. Final Fantasy 7 Disc 1.
Which is right. Yeah. So
Uh,
that's right after you leave Midgar, right?
no, that's a good while.
A good while after?
Yeah, like I'd say leaving Midgar's a third of the way through. Um,
Oh wow. Okay.
Forgotten Capital here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Here's some screenshots.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Forgotten. I think this one ends. Does it end on Aerith's death? Right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it ends on Aerith's death, and then this two ends right before you're going to. I think right after you beat Weapon. I think that's when it ends.
Yeah, and then I think disc 3 is just the final
It's just
boss.
the final. Yeah, they just couldn't squeak the last bit
Yeah.
on.
Which I mean,
They had
go
to get.
them for not making that
Yeah,
compromise.
seriously, like they're like Sephiroth has to destroy Jupiter and Saturn and Neptune.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we need to show all that in its full glory.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so we talked pretty much about. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about the park? Anything else you want to touch on that?
I mean, I think I said everything in the video. It was beautiful. I was really
Yeah,
happy
I
to
think you
have
did
it.
too.
I think at first when I went through this, I hadn't gone through 97 again yet. And I had it in my head that Tifa didn't notice us sitting there. But I was wrong. I remembered that wrong. So I was thinking that like, oh, I don't like that they're interacting with Tifa here in Remake as she's going this way. I think Wall City's a lot of fun. Those squats I had a lot of fun with. I was Googling the dance as I was playing to see like, do I have to get this completely perfect or not? Am I wasting my time? I didn't get a conclusive answer on that because I didn't go too deep to avoid spoilers. But apparently, a lot of people got super frustrated with the squat minigame, and I fucking killed that.
Oh, good.
Your face is red. You're trying so hard not to say something.
Because it's spoilery, so I decided not to say anything.
But like they were talking about at that point, that it frustrated them.
Oh no, yeah. The squats, I did not do it in my original playthrough. I don't think I only did it once to complete it.
Mm-hmm.
And then in hard mode, either in hard mode or my second playthrough, I don't remember. I did do it. You didn't lose in your 3, right? You didn't lose
Nope.
one time?
Did not lose a single time.
Yeah. I think I lost once to Jules. But then beat him the second time. So yeah, props to you, sir. Round of applause. All right, we talked about that. Talked about. You talked about Rude already, right? Or we talked about Reno. Do you have anything to say about Rude?
We talked about Root a little bit. Dude can fight. He kicked my ass.
He did. That was a good fight. That was the first like boss fight that I think I saw that you like really struggled in.
Yeah.
Because I don't count the summons. But I think that was the.
I mean, the first fight I struggled in was the Sector 5 slum enemies with the shields.
Yeah, but those weren't the.
That's not a boss. Yeah.
That's not a boss. And the reason you struggled with that is because you didn't have wind magic. Once you figured out, oh, I need wind magic, you handled them pretty convincingly the second time you fought them.
Yeah.
So, you know, ooh, Wall Market talked about lights, Johnny. Do you have anything else you want to say about Hell House? Or the Coliseum in general?
The Hell House was such a fun fight. Not necessarily the Coliseum, but those bandits are really fun characters. I knew they would be making a comeback because they have so much character in them. And
You
because,
totally called it. After you beat them, you're like, oh, they'll be back. And I
yeah.
was like, oh man, good. He totally called that one.
Um,
They were fun.
yeah. Did you like my little editing trick? Because I asked if you know Overwatch at all, and when I edited in that was a really hard thing to say, but that was an Overwatch reference.
I did not. I did not pick it up because I haven't played Overwatch.
Um,
But I know you did. You did tell me about it.
it is impossible to miss.
Okay.
Um, like literally, it is. I interject a video in.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Junkrat and Roadhog, which
That's right.
I mean, if
And
you know the reference,
I
that's
went,
hilarious.
what the fuck? I all I saw was like a new video, and I was like, what the fuck was that?
I'm gonna send you that video too.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Yeah, Hell House is such a fun battle. Just the fact that it's in a giant coliseum, that you have to kind of learn
mhm,
how to defeat it.
mhm.
Um, the you really need to use both Cloud and Aerith in it.
Mhm.
It's not just you can't just spam Cloud
Oh, I mean,
the
yeah,
entire
that thing
time.
like you hit it and it does 5 damage, and your sword bounces off, and you can't hit right away again.
And my favorite part, besides the music, because the actual Hell House theme song is my favorite song in the entire FF7 remake soundtrack. It's my favorite.
Mhm.
It's incredible. Um, but my favorite thing about that fight is the commentary of the two fucking dudes.
Yes,
Just how much they recorded, dude.
Scotch
Like
and Koch.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
I think I made
the
that
most
comment.
randomest thing. Yeah,
Like they actually recorded for whenever Aerith does her healing wind, and it saves
yeah,
your ass. Like God,
yes,
that is a. I know voice work is super fucking expensive and a lot of work. So like, good on
yeah.
Squeenix for shelling out. Good on those voice actors. They added a lot of character to them, and these are totally original characters for this game.
Up, yeah. Um, Hell House is just such an incredible fight. My first time not being an FF7, I was like, why the fuck am I fighting a house?
Oh, that is an interesting. I hadn't even considered that.
Right? Yeah. But it
That
was
it
kind of
was.
fun after I finished the game and I did my digging and I was like,
Yeah,
oh, this is actually just a random encounter
yeah,
character from the original, and they turned it into a super boss kind of thing.
yeah. The thing that really stuck out to me was like I had no idea what to do with the chairs. I could block, sure. I could block and take some damage, and probably take as much as if I try to dodge these chairs. So like I was just like I was a little bit frustrated with like he's just gonna circle and I can't attack him, and I just have to wait for him to progress to the next thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck do I do with these?
You're talking about when he's flying around and the chairs are flying at you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my only thing for that is typically I switch to Cloud.
Hmm.
I literally just let Cloud take the damage and I switch over to Aerith so that the house is targeting Cloud and I just build up her ATB.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I build up her ATB and just so that way when he stops, I like Aerith is fully prepared to hit him with whatever she needs to hit him with.
Ooh, you just made me think when I get back, having Aerith and Barrett on the same team, like that's going to be a lot of range. I didn't even think about that until just now.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting change in the dynamic.
All right,
Oh,
so
that's another thing too, because we were talking about the combat earlier. I keep wanting to like switch over to Tifa or Aerith and have the Punisher mode block with them.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I keep like not frustrated, but keep getting caught up by, oh, this is a cloud specific thing that he can
Yeah,
take damage and then super fuck you over it, or you can try to hit him and super fuck you over for that.
yeah. Like Cloud has his Punisher counterattack.
Yeah,
Tifa has her uppercut, which Tifa's uppercut is actually really cool because if you time it right, if you start using the shortcuts, you can actually transition immediately into a dive kick. So you can do like an uppercut, hit the shortcut, and then she immediately does a dive kick, and
that
it's
is really cool.
fucking. It does so much damage, and it's so cool. Just
Especially if you
details,
have
beautiful
her
details.
overpower turned on. I could see that doing a lot.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah.
Which that gets
Um,
into another thing with my combat, making sure to do overpower, arcane ward, and chakra.
yeah,
Having those things turned on. I just keep overlooking them.
it's fine.
Yeah.
I am personally not a chakra person. I almost never use it. Never used it. Um, but I know there's people that swear by chakra,
Hmm.
especially on hard mode.
Yeah.
So it's there there's so much range for the combat and different playstyles that you can do. There's no one thing is the correct way. It's
Yeah.
that's what's so cool about it's diverse. Um, all right, we talked about the Colosseum. Summons. How do you feel about the summons in the difference between original 97, where you could summon them once per battle and then they go away, whereas this one summon is kind of randomized. Typically, it's when you, especially when you're kind of getting your ass kicked, the summon tends to appear and then it stays for a little while.
Yeah. And you can only have one summon per battle, right?
You can have, so let's say you have three different characters with three different summons.
Hmm.
Let's say they all like the summon spams for all three of them. You can pick which one you want, but yeah, it's only one summon per battle.
Yeah. So, I like it. It meshes well with this combat system. I think that if they did what was in 97 as like, oh, it's just this person's turn and just one attack, like I don't think that that would mesh well. It just wouldn't make
Right?
sense.
Yeah. Right.
The use an ATB to use a summon ability is just a nice tactical addition, and the fact that it has, I like it overall. I
Okay.
guess I should
Cool.
say, but it's final attack. Um, I wish that I could more time that. Um,
Yeah.
Try to get a stagger going at the same time. Especially if I,
Yeah, because the one time I think you did stagger. I think it was Shiva,
yeah,
and Ifrit's final attack,
yeah,
like you ran out of summon time, and it just happened to time perfectly with that,
yeah,
and you pretty much killed her.
yeah. Did some fucking
Yeah,
damage, and I
that
think I
was
said that was a cool fight right after.
yeah, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I wish there was like, okay, I don't need the summon for this whole time. Let me use the final thing. Like let if they give us maybe in part two the ability to be like, okay, I want my summon to end now because I got this guy in stagger.
Hmm.
So I don't mind not having him for the rest of the fight if I can use the final attack
Yeah,
right now
and
to
do
do
like
summon. I think that'd be a
5,000
nice,
damage.
yeah, I think that'd be a nice trade-off. Totally.
Yeah. Um,
Um,
but yeah, I like the system. I'm curious to see
cool.
if Summon Chocobo will, on the plains of the continent, mean you get to ride a Chocobo.
We shall see. We did the commentary. Talked about the folding chair anymore already. We talked about Wall Market and Johnny's side quests. Uh, dance number. We talked about it. We talked about the massage. Oh, what do you think about the new characters Sam, Madam N, and Andreas?
I think I keep saying that Sam is named Sam because he should be voiced by Sam Elliott.
it is so weird that it is not Sam Elliott. Like it just
Right?
seems like why
Right?
not just you spend a little bit more money and get Sam Elliott?
Yes, but also, hey, that actor just got a major gig that they can put on their resume. Go them. I am happy for him.
Fair enough. The voice actor killed it. Like it
Yeah.
literally sounds just like Sam Elliott.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the Andrea Rodeas and Madam M is her name.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, I wonder if there's a backstory there because I kind of speculated on it as like, are they trying to overthrow Don Corneo? Is that why they're
Did say that.
participating with me? And
Did
like,
say.
I just love to get more backstory on what's going on with these three and like what is their conniving because I do not think that they are as charitable as they made themselves present to be.
Mhm.
Um, it's Walmart.
Very, very true.
But um, overall, fun characters. The whole Walmart section, that was a long fucking chapter 9, but I had fun with it.
What has been your favorite chapter so far?
Um, let's see. Is there.
Okay.
Uh, Town that never sleeps, budding bodyguard. A trap is sprung. That was. Okay. That was leaving the reactor. That was the
I can give you a
slums.
little bit more context if you
Yeah.
needed
Mad
to.
Dash.
That's the motorcycle and Roche.
Okay, so this is the questing. Gotcha. Dogged Pursuit is the train. That's the
Train.
underplate. That's
Right.
the airbuster.
Um. Uh, yeah.
Bodyguard. Rough Waters. I mean, my favorite moment in this game came in chapter, what was it? 8?
Chapter 8.
Yeah, budding bodyguard. Reintroduction with Aerith. Um, by the way, did you see that? How I was able to tactically avoid spoilers on a page that I'm certain had spoilers?
Yeah, you did pretty good.
Yeah,
You dropped down and then immediately like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
good on you. My
yeah,
eyes can't do that.
yeah. I know my abilities and my limits, so I'm able to activate
Sounds
them.
good. Not
But
that's. I mean, it's 2 years later. You haven't gotten spoiled. Knock on wood. So
yeah,
I think you'll be
I
okay.
managed to play Undertale 2 years late without getting spoiled. I'm pretty damn good at it. Um,
Okay.
uh, most fun that I had, and not necessarily the best chapter, was running away from Mako Reactor 1 to get onto the train. And that's just like, I was having so much fun just getting back into this world and starting to do commentary again and making jokes. And, oh, it's Aerith. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she's going to die. Oh, they're going to hurt us.
Yeah.
Um, Budding Bodyguard, being able to do a little bit of that too. Um,
It sounds like you had favorite moments, but not necessarily a favorite chapter.
yeah, because a lot of these have that like super animu type stuff in them
Mhm.
interspersed that it's like hard to kind of really distinguish it or make any of them stand out among the rest.
Right.
Um, and then also like the first 5 chapters, it's like first 4 chapters, it's hard to distinguish too because I did them last summer. I did them a year ago.
Yeah, you did. You
So
did them a year
like
ago.
it's
Yeah.
hard to say that I'm even giving them a fair shake. Um,
I will ask you this question again when you are done with the game.
yeah,
I think that'll be a.
I'm gonna go with Dogged Pursuit actually now that I fully think about it because being able to get the full backstory and interactions with characters that I'm certain are about to die, and then the Roche fight and like there was a lot of really it was a really dense chapter.
It's really cool to
story-wise.
hear, considering that is all brand new content. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool to hear.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
Yeah, but like the Jesse's dad stuff, the motorcycle fight, the arena that is the
Yes.
warehouse, and then the boss fight, and like all the story stuff going in with it, and Jesse being horny on a motorcycle.
Yeah. And off the motorcycle.
Which
Forget when, she tries to get you, she wants to cook you that pizza.
Yeah, she wants you to come over the next night.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, to the friend who was my only audience member, Jesse being horny on the back of the motorcycle is, yes, you. That is where my joking for Jesse is just an elite horny hacker lady comes from.
Yeah, I know. All right, we talked about Magnify, the Jewel Squat Challenge, the chemistry back and forth between Cloud and Aerith. We pretty much summed that up.
I have
The garbage of the slums.
I have a specific ending note too. Whenever we're done,
Okay.
because I assume
side missions.
I kind of think your wife is awake.
Oh, she's asleep.
Oh, when your dog got
I
out,
told her
thought that's what happened.
Wife is out, especially when she's sick. Yeah, she had, and we have
Do you
the
want me to
machine,
censor her name? Should I
sure,
write that
why
down
not?
now? Yeah, okay. Then I will take note of that.
It's not actually her name, but might as well.
Cool.
Scene where, oh, I can't believe we missed this. So, the beginning of chapter 9, when Aerith intercepts you, as you're trying to leave her house, and it cuts to flashbacks or flash somethings,
Mm-hmm.
and Cloud then sheds a tear. What did you think of that?
That was with Cloud's mom, right?
Yes. Yes. Is she part of that? It's in the scene where you're doing dub work, where you're leaving the house, leave Aerith's house, and it's nighttime in Sector 5. You're going through this town, and then you go through the little tunnel thing, and then she pops out of the corner. And then at that point, you guys have a little banter. She says, I'm going with you. And then she turns around, and then Cloud does his like head shit where it starts going, and then he sees images of something, and then starts to cry. Perfect. I love that we can do this.
I love that I had it set up. Let's
Yes,
see.
I absolutely love. Yeah. So here we are. I described it so perfectly. I'm so good. Doesn't matter. Windy. Your audio's not on for this.
Well, I have it muted.
Okay.
You just said my name.
Okay. Like I'm getting worse as the as the podcast is going on.
I mean, makes sense. Okay, I'm pretty sure that there's audio with that I wasn't listening to.
Yeah, I think yes. I think yeah. Can we go back and look at the subtitles?
There wasn't subtitles for it.
Oh no, the dialogue between them. I just want to read it really quick. See if I'm missing something here.
Oh, I have Chrome muted. That's why.
Go back about like 30 seconds, please.
Yet.
This is great for anybody that's watching besides me. I mean, I'm gonna love it, but
She is precious.
Lead on then.
I love her.
With pleasure.
I got two of my voices.
I don't know.
So cute.
Okay, so they don't show anything. I don't know why I thought they showed
Yeah,
something
that,
in this. They don't.
head
You
tilt
just
I
get the
just-
tear.
I think that what you're thinking of is that head to Aerith's house.
Can we go to that? I'm not thinking of the mom, like him talking about his mom, like, well, I want you to date an older woman. I'm not talking about that.
Okay, then I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Okay,
this
then
kind
never
of
mind.
links into story speculation. I think that these cloud, like moments and whatnot. I think that there's a misdirection to kind of for me to associate them with the whispers because of the wibbly wobbly timey wimey fucky wucky stuff. That isn't actually a thing, and they're just kind of keeping with the original. Which I'm not theorizing too much on what's going on with it. I want Squeenix is driving, and I trust them.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
What was I about to say? Oh, I'm curious what your reaction was when I think it was in the Sector 5 reactor. Cloud gets the flashback to Tifa grabbing the long sword.
Yes.
When I said, "Oh, I know whose body that is," and I wasn't saying it because I thought it might be a spoiler. In Final Fantasy Original, it literally says who that is. So I'm curious your take on when I said, "Oh, I know who that is." Tee hee 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 hee. And like maybe just like the difference in perspective.
Are you talking? So you're talking about my first time seeing that, not as a
your
viewer
first time
of your
seeing-
video, but me playing.
Your first time seeing that as juxtaposed against being a viewer of me going through that.
Well, I'm familiar enough with was familiar enough with the FF7 characters. When I saw that scene, I was like, "That's Tifa, obviously, but she looks young, and that's Sephiroth's sword."
Okay, but
Other
did you
than
know
that, I
that
had
was
no
her?
cut.
You did not know that that was her
No.
dad's body.
No, I did not. I knew she was crying over somebody. I did not know at the time that was her dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so sad, so sad.
Yeah. I'm real curious.
Can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that scene in full.
Yeah.
Whenever we do get that.
I'm real curious to see Sephiroth made scary, because I mentioned before that he's intimidating, but I can't wait to be scared of him.
Right. For him to show up and be like, "Oh shit."
Oh, I thought Sorrow was bad.
I hate you. Okay, so we got that. We got favorite chapter. A favorite ability and materia so far.
Favorite ability is Infinity's End because, as I said, Lizard Brain
Of course.
3000.
It's so great though. It's such a fun animation too.
Yes, it is. The Tifa one that you mentioned, the
Starfight or whatever. Yeah.
Sonic Strike, yeah.
Sonic Strike, yes.
Really cool. I like Aerith's Tempest.
Okay.
I like when I'm able to get that off. Materia. I know, because like it's either just an elemental Pokemon attack that I'm doing. I think probably my most used materia is Assess or Heal.
Yeah, that's pretty much everybody's. We already talked about this, but I just want to mention I wrote down watching you whine that Cloud's not gonna cross-dress was quite a joy for me.
That was... it was honestly the biggest mystery. Like, it was the thing I've been most concerned about in this gameplay so far.
I'm glad they delivered for you.
Show me the femboy.
Well, that, like, talking about first time, I had no idea Cloud was gonna like end up in a dress.
Oh, that must have been weird for you.
I was like, what the fuck? I mean, it was funny. Like, it was funny. And it's it's in character for this game where it's there's goo there's a, it's a goofy game with real serious moments. Um uh so it worked for me. It totally
Funny,
worked for me. I love
funny
what?
you mentioned that because
There you go.
this is actually a very topical title. One, the joke of wait, what's the first? But then like the topical thing is
And I am not in the military, so I can say that's bullshit.
that's what the friend said.
That was me. That came from my mouth, the friend. I know I'm very staticky, but that was from me, the friend, not Windy. Okay, so we got that. We're almost done here. Watching you whine. Um,
Which, let's be honest, watching me whine is like if you're gonna be my friend, that has to be one of your favorite things.
oh, totally, absolutely. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't get a little bit of joy watching you get your ass handed to you by the fat chocobo.
In my face. Fucking, you screenshotted that part of the video.
I totally forgot about that. I did.
Hold up. I'm bringing this up. I'm changing nicknames to not dox either of us. Is there a way to hide the sidebar?
We got summons.
Um,
Got that.
oh yeah, here we go. I'll just do it this way. Yeah. Let me get this actually. Or no, we could just do it this way. Yeah, the friend just randomly sent me this.
It was great. It was so great. Oh my
That
god.
is such a terrible image of me too.
It was awesome. It made my heart happy. Oh man.
Yeah, in quote, oh my god, your face when you were defeated from his ultimate move was priceless.
God, that felt like weeks ago at this point.
That was a week
Um,
ago.
Okay, it was only a week ago. What a week. This was my last week of work, so I was drained. Um, the only thing I have left is I wrote music from the original. I have Don Cornejo because we didn't talk about him at all.
Yeah.
And I guess chapter 10, since you did that already, we can just touch on that a bit.
Okay.
Whichever of those three you want to actually do.
That was Don Corneo, chapter 10, and what was the first one?
Music from the original and how they're using it.
Oh, I mean, I love the music in this one.
Okay.
It's just fantastically done. Like, what else is there to say?
Yeah, fair.
The only complaint that I've had, and I think I mentioned this during the last podcast episode, the music during the Roche fight just felt thematically off. Thematically misaligned.
Roche one, or because I know you, I remember you talked about the Don Corneo one.
No, specifically the Roche fight.
Okay,
It
okay,
just like it
gotcha.
didn't feel as like rock fast paced. It was more like
Mm,
operatic, slow paced epic, and just didn't jive well.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Um,
Don Cornejo.
so let's see. Uh, yeah, that's disgusting. I hate it.
Yes,
Which
pretty much.
was
What a slimy bastard.
um yeah, that's disgusting. Oh, you can't see that.
It's
That's
disgusting. I
disgusting.
love
I
it.
love it. Okay, yeah, it doesn't bring up the pop
Yeah,
up. Like I was wanting to contrast with that, but like this is very
no,
clearly
I
human
I caught it
trafficking.
right away.
Yeah.
I caught it right away what you were doing.
Okay.
And I liked, yeah.
This is very clearly human trafficking. Don Corneo is a
Nope.
disgusting, disgusting person who I think four of his most trusted people are trying to betray him because there's the three, and then the dude who brings the clothes who doesn't care about anything.
Leslie.
Yeah,
I
Leslie.
yeah. I had him on here too, but I was like, oh, there's not much to say about him.
Yeah, interesting character. I liked him.
Yeah, he's cool, definitely.
Um, Not much else to say. Um, the gas that they do in that chamber is a bit of a weird addition.
Okay.
Um, but it's an addition. Like it just didn't add much. It was just like, oh, here's how they end up down here. But
Yeah.
they didn't need to do it that way. Um,
Well, in the original, what happens? What happens in the original? I don't remember.
um, Playback speed 2. Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
so you
just
just
go
you just
down
go straight
here.
to.
Yeah, and then this is
Okay.
me, gamer having trust issues. Um, yeah, and then you just start everything. And like, I remember I specifically mentioned this in the
Yeah.
remake that, oh, I know that this is going to be down here. And like, that's very clearly a torture dungeon. Don Corneo is very clearly raping women. Disgusting fuck.
There. Yes, he is. Yeah, just the fact that he was taking pictures, all like, oh, I'm doing this just so to make sure you don't say no.
Yeah,
Um, the
yeah.
the obviously the torture area, the guy saying like, oh, if the Don likes you, you'll be his wife for more than a night. It's
Yeah,
like Jesus.
yeah. Um, Not okay.
Not okay. Chapter 10. I did not prepare for that one. So you can take that one away. What do you think? What did you think of the sewers? We talked a little
Um,
bit about the Abzul fight, that it was whatever.
I mean, it's a cool boss. I liked the horns and how they're glowing and to indicate. In my boss fight, I took out one of the horns, which I mean that was the
Oh,
second time around. And I couldn't
I,
attack the other one after that, which threw me off.
I thought of something that I really like about. There's two things about chapter 10 that I really really like. They're both kind of story stuff. The first one is the picking, the Aerith or Tifa that's on the ground. I like
Hmm.
that moment, and
Hmm.
I really really love the beginning. You're seeing the beginning of the friendship between Aerith and Tifa.
Yeah, I love that.
Um,
They
especially especially
spoilers.
since
The cloud will go shopping. Cloud will carry our stuff.
yes, exactly. Um, so I personally love that because in original 97,
Hmm.
um, Aoife and Aerith aren't really friends. Like they're cool. They're kind of cool with each other, but they're very much they don't have their own relationship. Their relationship is Cloud. Is like
Yeah.
they both love Cloud, and that's their dynamic with each other.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, that you see an actual friendship, a bond
Yeah.
growing with these two that doesn't necessarily need to include Cloud.
Which,
And I think that's such a great touch.
I mean, how much body language can you get in the PlayStation 1 version? Maybe they fully intended that, and just how do you convey it?
Right.
Um,
Right, totally.
But like down in the series, it's just us three girls.
Yeah.
No, it was fun, and I did like all of it. A lot of my sewer gameplay is probably 50% longer than it needs to be because I'm backtracking everywhere and making sure I fight everything and attack every single box. But you knew that would happen.
Right, fair.
No, I mean, Chapter 10, it was fun. And I don't think Abzu was really throwaway. It's just like fucking Hell House and Airbuster.
I know. After
Yeah.
the two of the best boss battles, it's like, okay, that was a boss battle.
Yeah. I think that also I liked Abzu because, like, yeah, I had the Colosseum, but, like, this is, okay, we're back into Final Fantasy VII combat. And I liked
Yeah.
that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And
Another
then-
fun fact about Hell House that I totally forgot. In hard mode, if you don't defeat him fast enough, he spawns the machines with the saw blades. Like they enter into the side arena, and then it's like now you have Hell House, and then you have these things that are coming at you. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, I won't ask that. I won't ask because it might be spoilery.
Okay.
Yeah, and then what? Yeah, so it was music, Chapter 10, and Don Corneo. Okay. Yeah, I feel
So
like
that's it for my questions. Yeah, you said you had something that you wanted to end on.
Yeah.
Because I'm done with mine.
Let's see. First of all, before I do that, let's. Oh, that's original. That's why. Oh, what did you think of my intro to this?
Is this original 97?
Yeah.
Okay, yes,
Oh,
sir.
everyone else-
I really
everyone
liked
else tried to
it,
get back.
and I don't know how you did it.
So, here I can show you really quickly. So Final Fantasy VII Steam has this. And
Okay.
I had it just to the side of the window or the screen that was recording. And so it was, I hold left mouse click on Final Fantasy VII Remake, which makes which I had my cursor not showing, so it looks like I clicked it. And as I'm holding left, go over to play, let go of left mouse and click play. And then it'll automatically bring that up.
That's cool. Super cool.
But like, I had a lot of fun with this idea.
Okay, fine.
Oh, it was really cool. I couldn't figure out how you did it, and I thought it was really
I'm
a really
excited
neat.
to
Fun. It was
get
really
back.
neat and fun. It was funny.
Happy Friday, by the way. Best goddamn day of the week.
And I'm just stalling here for time,
let's go.
trying to set you up for the trap.
A trap?
Misdirection. I'm going to be playing Remake. Oh, wait, no.
Oh. No, what is happening?
It's like face of confusion. I'm totally acting right
Yeah.
now.
Yes, indeed. Or an actor.
What?
No.
No.
This is a terrible acting job. Totally unprofessional YouTuber. Anyways, I clicked the wrong playlist. Go away. Let's see. Where did we end? Thirst. Yeah. Playing wrongly. We talked about this. Kind of my favorite chapter. Bear,
Yeah.
I really liked in all this. Like, I just love the Lovecraftian sense behind these monsters.
Seriously, yeah.
One thing that I like too. So, like, I had one of my first videos, how to catch a train in 4 easy steps, how to recover from a missed train, and then in this one, how to dance on the graves of the trains you missed.
Jesus Christ. I didn't even catch that one. Oh my God.
That is just my humor, that kind of self-referential.
All this is your
Yeah, yeah,
your channel, man.
yeah, fuck you. It's my channel.
I mean, oh yeah, it's your channel, but I am your best friend and I get your humor most of the time. Sometimes I have no idea what you're talking about.
One of my
But
favorite things that I've done too was, oh, whoops.
that was great. Oh man. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to hear the audio on my side, but I can, just so you know.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I did not know that
just so
could.
you know. No,
Um,
it's just the video.
I thought that was hilarious. Cheese and wine, that was me whining. Um,
I also like the one where you put my video in the
yes,
middle of it.
yes.
And that was a good one too.
Yeah, I don't really have anything like my editing and whatnot gameplay. If they can be improved, I'm always open to criticism, critique, feedback. But yeah, so the note that I want to end on is the note that we ended on last time. What do I think is going to happen next? What do I expect?
Okay. And then I'll give you the where should we stop
Yes.
after that.
Um,
Cool.
so, what I expect is kind of the same. I already said it. Squeenix is driving. Homeboy, take the wheel. You're not going to crash this car. I trust you.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
What I think is going to happen, kind of what I said earlier. I think that yes, this is Final Fantasy VII remake, so I don't think they're really going to diverge from the original storyline, even. I'm curious to see if they actually do kill Jesse and Biggs and Wedge after all of them. If so, then that death will actually hurt me, losing Jesse. But one thing that I think that's convinced me that's going to happen is you've never actually had Jesse in your party, nor Biggs, nor Wedge. I'm kind of wondering if up next they're going to give you a little bit more, or give me a little bit more to fall in love with Sector 7 and the people there. Because if they're going to drop a plate on them, and I think that they are, which by the way, let's get back to this, by the way, then like just sell me the gut punch beforehand. I wonder if they're going to be doing that. And in the original, it is literally get out of the sewers, across the train graveyard, and then, oh, hey, they're blowing up the pillar. And then you go into Shinra. One thing that I can't expect is how many story beats are they going to add in here? I don't know. Do we have to go fucking deliver for Amazon before we can go and fight on this pillar? I don't know, Squeenix. You do you. I trust you.
Hey, Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world. I wouldn't surprise me if they made their way into Shinra.
So what you're saying is if Amazon can do it, Kingdom Hearts can do it?
So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the call. Anyways, so the next time we should do this. So you've already completed chapter 10. This one's kind of weird. Would you be okay with doing Chapter 11, Chapter 12, Chapter 13, and the first 15 minutes of Chapter 14.
Sure. Is there?
I know it.
Should I look out for a boss fight? Is there a story beat?
You will know what I'm talking about. It's literally Chapter 14 starts. There is a scene. It is the next day, and that's when I want you to stop.
Okay.
Okay.
A cutscene on the next day. Oh, going back into expectations. Because we've seen a bit more of like Cloud fell from the reactor and all these flashbacks and everything. I wonder if we're gonna see Cloud's neighbor again.
Cloud's neighbor. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Marcos, right?
Whatever his name is.
Marcos. I only know that because
He's a member of
was a
Organization
student of mine.
13.
Yes, exactly.
You agreed. You agreed. You agreed.
I'm just not gonna fight. I'm just not gonna fight it anymore. I'm
Okay,
just not
good.
gonna fight it anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts canon. You said it at 49 minutes. I actually did
I've just
write it
been
down.
I've just been beaten and assaulted into submission. You know.
I'm glad you understand how
Thank
this
you.
works. Thank you for finally
Yes,
compromising and doing it my way.
Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, thank you. Cancel him. Cancel him.
Cancel who?
Damn it, cancel him.
But yeah, that's where I'm at.
You know what's a god damn it, man. I said Wendy and then I got the other one wrong.
But yeah, so I'm loving this game, all in all. I'm pretty sure you can see it in my face, my gameplay. Even though, like, a lot of my gameplay, I'm just... Fuck. I just... Ow.
It's just fucking fuck.
No.
Or just fucking fuck.
I just hurt my toe. But I'm just,
You
like, sitting
okay?
there, like, yeah. I'm not bleeding. I'm just sitting here like this, looking like I'm playing a video game, but I am absolutely enjoying myself. The fact that, like, I've been playing for, what, a month and a half? Like, that's a testament to my interest in this game.
Not only that, Wendy, but you said you're like this, but you give yourself a little bit more credit. You are smiling a lot more than you think you are throughout the series. You really are. Like
Okay.
you can it shows. It shows that you are in love with this game right now.
Okay. Good. I'm glad that comes through. Yeah, that is all that I've got, though. I think I might go back and rewatch, too, just to refresh at some point.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Good talk. I think that the struggle bus just pulled into the station. And I'm going to go ahead and stop.
Hyrule Warriors signing out.
Yes! I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording at 3 hours, 12 minutes, 37 seconds.